Everything all compiled for you into one nice little package. The best of the T-Man Show continues.
He's a political powerhouse, a charismatic communicator, and this popular ex-prez will likely be the next TV talk show titan.
He's received dozens and dozens of offers.
In an interview with Extra last month, Clinton's personal attorney, Robert Barnett, said he believes there will be a Bill Clinton show.
Wow, what do you say about that, huh? Is that something you can't wait to watch? I don't know where the hell they'll put it. They just took the Nashville network off the air.
Oh, I don't know where either.
Didn't they change the Nashville network? Isn't it the national network now?
It is.
Oh, now I'm in.
New TNN.
Right. They won't play the banjo anymore. I think I'll watch.
Right.
When the time is right, it'll be done. When the time is right, it'll be announced.
That time could be soon. The former president...
Please speed up the process. I don't know if I can get by another day, knowing the possibility of a Bill Clinton show could be out there and I'm not able to watch it yet.
I wonder when he would be on. Late night?
I don't think he's going up against Leno and Letterman. I don't see that. I see him as a midday guy. That's where his audience is, if they're anywhere.
Going up against Oprah, maybe?
I think maybe that's his best chance.
Maybe he's just Dr. Phil.
Steal a couple ladies from Oprah, a couple of ladies from Dr. Phil, and before you know it, he's got 4 people.
There you are.
The president is reportedly in serious talks with CBS.
Oh, I'm glad they're serious.
They were a goof before, right?
Right. CBS. Mm-hmm. It's the Bill Clinton Show.
Jeez.
Take over for Craig Kilborn.
I think Craig Kilborn is Bill Clinton's son. It's going to come out sooner or
To
later.
host the show described as a cross between Oprah and Nightline.
Yes. Cross between Oprah and Nightline.
Nightline? Wow.
It's more of a cross between Howdy Doody and Solid Gold.
You don't think he'd do well?
No.
Really?
I think that'd be the curiosity factor first couple of weeks. I don't think Bill Clinton's holding his own on a long-term basis, sitting there with guests. Let's bring out Martin Short. Yeah. He's funny. Say something funny.
Whether you agree with him or not, it's to our good to have his voice heard.
That includes some Hollywood heavyweights.
Now, today we have Kelly Rowland. So you do the doo-wop on that Nelly song, is that right?
Yeah, that's true. You got to interview people like,
Yeah.
like Snoop Dogg and stuff.
Is it going to be a political show in the afternoon on mainstream TV? The world's not ready for that. They don't want that. It's got to be entertaining. It's got to be an entertainment-type show. He's got to bring out Nelly on occasion. Well, could I play the sax backing you up here? What do you say?
Like the head of the West Wing.
He hosted the country and did a brilliant job, I must say.
Clinton's already held...
Oh, that Rob Lowe, he's not on that West Wing anymore, is he? I'll tell you, I'm not bisexual, but if I was, I'd lick his butt crack.
Nice.
Clinton's already held secret talk show talks with NBC's top brass.
I think there's no doubt he'd be an entertaining talk show host.
I think there is a doubt. I don't care what this expert says.
Pretty entertaining.
He says there's no doubt that he'd be an entertaining talk show host. I don't think that's accurate. I think you have to have your doubts.
Yeah, a little bit, but...
Okay, I've been doing this a month now. Let's go to commercial.
I think there's no doubt he'd be an entertaining talk show host.
Entertainment President Jeff Zucker and newsman Tom Brokaw both agree broadcast Bill would bring huge ratings.
All right, there was no doubt that the XFL would make it.
Right.
Yeah, on a long-term basis.
Slam dunk.
All right.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Thank you very much.
And while there's no doubt Clinton has an uncanny ability to captivate audiences and attack hard-hitting issues,
Yeah, well, there are interns under his desk, but how long is that going to last?
Maybe that would be fun. That could be a whole thing. I'd like to introduce you to my new intern this week and interns of the week.
I see. He brings out the intern. There's an idea, Terry. No, I don't think they're going to go with that. But
make it kind of exciting.
If they were bright, that would make it so you'd have to tune in every week. There's a feature that you can't miss.
Right.
Who's Bill Clinton's intern going to be this week that he brings in to bring his coffee to him at his big desk where he interviews people?
Something tells me they're not going to do that, though.
Right, but you see him sit down and then she goes underneath the desk.
Well,
I don't know about all that.
Even if she were just to bring out the coffee and he gave her a little pinch on the ass, thank you there, baby. That would be entertaining TV, but they're not going to do that.
He'll take himself really serious in this.
Right, he's going to try really hard to make this a serious talk show.
and attack hard-hitting issues. Can he...
He's going to attack hard-hitting issues.
Ooh.
Let's bring out Saddam Hussein. Saddam, thanks for taking the time.
Can he commit to daily or even weekly work over the long haul?
He'll stay, he'll work, he'll get the job done.
The other issue is money. Reportedly, the nation's 42nd president is looking for as much as $50 million up front to host the show that would begin in the fall of next year.
Well, I'm sorry it didn't work out. It's only been 2 weeks, and I know a show's never been canceled that quickly, but money in the bank.
$50 million
Up front.
Oh my goodness.
Win, lose, or draw.
Whatever.
Be sure to race to the bank, make sure that check clears.
To host the show that would begin in the fall of next year. So whether it's daytime, prime time, or late night, it looks like the former president is preparing for a new term in the spotlight.
Oh.
Now can you hear me?
But I want to say one thing to the American people.
What's that, William?
I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again.
we are.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman,
Are you sure?
Miss Lewinsky. I never told anybody to lie. Not a single time. Never.
Because I want to say Bill Clinton is a liar.
Oh!
I don't know what he lied about.
But my parents keep talking about it all the time to me.
And the body count is getting too much for me to handle.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Should be the open to a show right there.
People are already outside waiting for tickets for the show that hasn't even been signed yet. Do you hear that?
Right.
All righty.
You could probably get some good guests, though. You have a good point, you know?
Yes.
Yasser Arafat.
He's big time in Hollywood people, too.
Absolutely. You don't think you want not to go on the Bill Clinton show if you're a Hollywood star? You want to be on the Bill Clinton show until the ratings come out after a month or two. I'm not concerned about his success over the short haul. I'm just a little bit unclear on how these ratings are going to hold up over the long haul.
Yeah, if it's something like Regis and Kelly where it was Bill and Hillary or something, now that would be entertaining.
Get your old buddy Gorbachev to come out and ride a unicycle, juggle some stuff.
All right.
Stupid former leader trick.
Absolutely. The possibilities are endless. And if we were the producers, we would be encouraging these type of day-to-day moments.
Right.
I just think he wants to sit down with Charlie Sheen and yuck it up. I don't know if that's going to happen.
How about ask Ronald Reagan?
I have to say I don't know. There are a lot of skits. There are a lot of moments that would work. He's too professional for these moments.
Yes, he is.
He's too serious about himself. If he didn't take himself as seriously as he does, maybe he could have a successful daytime TV show that is very entertaining.
Right.
Now, what do you have there, Terry?
I actually have a quick story for you this morning, T-Man, about a couple that was arrested after refusing to stop having sex in a public swimming pool.
I'll tell you what, if he doesn't hire Ronald Reagan, maybe we should. That's a great idea. Ask Ronald Reagan. I think we had that yesterday with Old Man Jim.
Yeah, same thing.
You have saggy nuts?
They were caught by a caretaker of this public swimming pool.
Isn't summer fun great, Terry?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yes.
The man told the caretaker that he would continue to have sex until the woman reached orgasm.
Oh, so they wanted him out of the pool immediately.
Wanted him gone.
They said, she's not gotten off yet. Can you give me a break? You want me to hear about this all the way home? You got to admire the man's conviction, Terry.
Yeah, right.
I mean, how many evenings, mornings do men have to hear about complaints of how you didn't finish the job? Right. Here is a man who is sticking to it. The authority
It's on the other side of the pool in their swimming lesson, but
I don't know about you kids, but I heard the announcement for the adult swim, so get the hell out. Now, what am I going to get you off, baby? Get the high diving board in there? What am I going to do?
That's what the caretaker said, that other customers called and asked him to intervene when the two started moaning heavily.
Wow. Now, what city did this happen in, Terry? I need to know where these public swims are going on. This is a public pool.
Yes.
We all have our public pool of choice if we have families, right? Growing up, we went to the public pool.
Yes, we did.
I mean, yeah, it was a fire hydrant, but still, that's all we could afford.
Yeah, we had a public pool.
You went to a public pool, right?
Molesters everywhere in the locker room.
There you go! So you fit right in there.
Yeah, it was molester week.
Terry's getting all nervous because she takes her kids to the public pool every day.
Yes.
Don't let your...
lessons.
How old is your son now, Terry, your
11.
oldest? 11. Well, are you sending him off to the changing room alone?
Well, yeah, but I kind of
My mom made that mistake, and look how I turned out. Oh, you stand by the door?
Yeah, and I go...
So you can hear him go...
No, stop!
What do you stand by the door for? You can come in and you can run in and rescue if you heard something go wrong?
Yes, I would.
You'd be with your eyes closed. All right, I'm coming in.
I'm sure his friends, he's really happy to have you out there, Terry. I'm sure his friends love that. Sitting out there waiting for him to get dressed.
He's a good kid. He doesn't get too embarrassed by me. So
Yeah, right.
Make sure.
I wish we were good kids.
The T-Man.
What do you know from funny, you bastard?
This
T-Man.
The strain of her personal life has Britney Spears taking a break from the spotlight. But are the rumors true that this pop princess is on the verge of a nervous breakdown?
What's the deal? It's a 6-month hiatus, according to Britney's people that she's on?
Yes.
I don't know. If I remember correctly, I think Debbie Gibson and Tiffany said the same thing.
And where are they now?
Right. That 6-month hiatus sometimes can turn into a lifetime.
Right.
But are the rumors true that this pop princess is on the verge of a nervous breakdown? Well, now Britney is setting the record.
How cool would that be for a reality TV show?
Oh, now.
Britney's breakdown. She's rocking in the corner, in the fetal position.
There's a lot of pressure on her, though.
Like she's coming off crack. But why can Justin Timberlake handle it so well? Why can Enrique Iglesias handle it so well?
Less
In other
pressure
words,
on them.
why are the men who are just as prominent in the limelight of the pop world able to handle it without being rumored to be on the verge of a nervous breakdown? Answer the question, please.
'Cause people don't ridicule them as much as they do Britney. I mean, there's too much. I mean, she's created this aura about her that she's kind of just this perfect thing, and the media has grabbed onto that, and then, she can't live up to it.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen? Understanding the mindset of a 19-year-old girl.
True that this pop princess is on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Well, now Britney is setting the record straight. She spoke exclusively with People magazine, which hit stands Friday.
How goody.
Peter Castro is assistant managing editor.
A lot of people are speculating whether or not Britney Spears is having a meltdown. She tells us that's absolutely not true. That, it's been a rough year, and she's been through really bad stuff.
Like when she and her boyfriend, NSYNC's Justin Timberlake, called it quits in March. The two ended things after dating for a year and a half. She says the breakup was, quote, horrible, very upsetting, and it took a lot out of me.
Oh, sure.
He was my first real love, and I doubt I'll ever be able to love anyone like that ever again.
Oh, would you please stop?
First love is always the toughest, though.
Women are so emotional.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, it's pressure like that.
Right. I'm not having a nervous breakdown, but I'll never be able to love like that again.
Especially at 20, right?
All right. It's obvious she's had the breakdown already. Yeah. All right. She's not on the verge of the nervous breakdown.
Yeah, she's in mid-breakdown.
She's on the backside of the breakdown. I'll never be able to. What was the exact word? She's not sure.
And I doubt I'll ever be able to love anyone like that ever again.
Whatever. Of course, no two loves are the same. They're like snowflakes. Yeah. They're like penises. There's always different ones out there, I trust. Right, Terry?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever found two exactly the same?
Of course not. No.
Okay.
No.
So why would anyone argue that she'll never love like that again?
But see, at that moment in time when you're feeling
She's
as devastated as she is, and don't say that
And I
men
love
don't
whacked
go
women.
through that, because I think some men do. I think some men
Yes.
hit that emotional.
Well, we handle it differently. We go out and kill people.
That's true. You good
Gets
point.
the frustration right out of the system, Terry.
Are you suggesting that maybe
a good drive-by will be what Britney needs, just what the doctor wrote her.
She knows that he's seeing other people, and it hurts her.
But Britney has spent...
He's seeing other people? That's an understatement.
Right, that's true.
He's banged Janet Jackson, Christina Aguilera, the arch enemy. Britney Spears has been tossed around a couple of dozen times. And he's seeing other people.
That's what they're trying to convince her.
The problem is he's only seeing the backside of other people. That's her problem.
Yeah, you're probably correct.
He's not even really seeing them.
Right.
He's just flipping them like a cheese omelet.
It hurts her.
But Britney has spent wild nights out on the town with friends.
Yeah, those are those typical try to get yourself back into some semblance of a good time type night. When you try to force that, you're better off going through the obligatory staying home with the bonbons and the reruns of the soap operas.
Right, and I think she's going to do that for the next 6 months then.
And the crying and the Kleenex. It at least gets you to the place that you need to be quicker than trying to force this good time night. Because you're all smiles with the plastic smile all night long, and the drive home, it starts to hit you how miserable you are, and then you can't sleep.
Right.
You start taking barbiturates. I mean, it just is the wrong thing to do.
You start calling Justin and hanging up.
Right.
Justin and hanging up just
to hear him say, hello?
hello.
Or maybe he'll answer, Janet?
And then it's just a knife through the heart again.
Janet, what, you get lost?
Are you almost
there? Wait, is that you at the front door? I started ding dong. Okay, all right, heavy breather. I'll talk to you later. I mean, you gotta keep yourself together if you're Britney Spears.
I understand that, but she's having a tough time. Maybe
we should understand all the pressure she's under.
Yes, definitely.
We should recognize that she has more to deal with than your average, run-of-the-mill, big-time limelight pop star that may be equivalent or close to equivalent of her.
Yeah, and I think like Steven said, especially for her, she's created such an aura and all of this hype.
Well, she wanted it that way.
Well,
she never pushed herself away from the spotlight until now. She
should have
got to be dragged away with her teeth marks still in the spotlight.
True, but I think she actually, tried to convince herself, oh, yeah, it can't get any bigger than this. I'm doing all right. I'm handling it. And then,
Before you know it, she's snapping right before our very eyes.
Yeah, she did a Mariah Carey, man.
No, she'd never be that bad. Trust me.
Really? You don't think?
Mariah's disgusting to me.
Well, she's saying to herself now, I wish I would have just said I was a whore from the beginning, then there would have been no pressure on me.
Seeing Mariah on MTV Cribs is all I needed to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, she almost made me have a breakdown.
And in the interview, she talks about partying, even admitting to drinking and smoking.
She does it in moderation. She doesn't feel that she, abuses it, and right now she's all about having fun.
Britney, who once proudly announced she's a virgin, is now being a bit more coy. Quote, who really cares if I've had sex? Me! It's nobody's business. Trust me, I'm not going to have a press conference to announce it.
That'd be cool. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, I want to show you my hymen at this time. You'll notice... not nearly the same. Does it go away or is it rupture? What does it do?
Seal, I think it ruptures, yeah.
You have to check my hymen in a while.
So long ago for Terry, she can't remember.
Right! It was another lifetime.
Very true.
What else is going on, Terry? What else do you have here? Well, you got the Britney breakdown thing pretty much
under control.
Right.
Got some news about Courtney Cox Arquette. Apparently, she keeps a bucket of bricks underneath her bed to improve her sex life. And this is because a Feng Shui expert...
Feng Shui, yes. I'm hearing a lot about this Feng Shui.
Yeah.
I may have to go to that restaurant now before it goes out of business. Yes. What's this now?
Told her that putting, the clay blocks underneath her bed would give her better orgasms.
Is that right? Is that what the Feng Shui expert... is that the way you pronounce it? Feng Shui or Feng Shui?
Feng Shui.
Asking the wrong guy.
Feng Shui. I don't think you nailed it there, Terry, with the Feng Shui.
Feng Shui, Feng.
I think he's
not a Feng.
I think he's a half brother. Feng Shui, Feng Shui. The expert told her
it would give her better orgasms.
Bricks under the mattress, under the bed,
under the bed,
under the bed itself.
Mm-hmm.
That way, when David Arquette is looking at you all stupid, you can smack him in the head with one of those bricks.
Yeah. There you go.
That would make it better for sure.
Yeah.
When you realize that your husband lost out the 1-800-ATT commercial to a stupid clown.
Right. Get it up.
You may have to hit yourself in the head with one of those bricks.
Oh, boy.
I mean, I put cinder blocks under my bed. That's all I know.
You had to hold it up.
Yes.
Back when you couldn't afford a bed.
For years back in college. And all it was a mattress.
Right.
So I don't know where she's getting this new idea from. It's been happening for years.
And how were your orgasms back then?
Let me tell you, I've never done better for myself.
Also,
well, what does this Feng Shui expert offer as the reasoning why it would make your orgasms better?
I don't know. That's just, they don't give that to the reason why. It
right.
Just says it'll improve your sex life, give you a better orgasm. Mm-hmm. Is what he says.
Well, who's going to go home and try? Who's going to take their pasty? Who's going to take their fireplace apart tonight?
I've never heard of Feng Shui, but everybody else has. What is it?
I don't know. I've heard of it. I don't care.
Right.
It's like a spirituality thing.
Yes. Steven's all over it.
Another way to get people in Hollywood's money.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
We'll have to have
yoga.
Hire a resident Feng Shui expert for the program.
There you go.
Ronald Reagan.
Also, Also, the Parents Television Council weighed in on what they considered the best and worst television shows on prime time.
Really?
Yes, and they released their little list here.
The Parents Television Council,
Yes.
a right-wing grouping of mothers and fathers.
Yeah.
You know they're loving, like, Raw and stuff like that,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Sure.
Oh, boy, yeah.
Was that the number one worst show on TV, Raw?
No, actually, it's not the number one, but...
Wait, let me think. What would be the worst? Does it include cable pay channels, Terry? So I guarantee you they have a problem with that, what's that gay show on Showtime? That gay phone operator? Queer as Folk.
No, it doesn't include those.
It doesn't include, like, HBOs and Showtimes and Cinemaxes.
No.
All right. So it's only non-pay channels.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guessing anymore?
Well, where did Raw make the list? Raw's on the list?
Well, SmackDown is actually on the list.
Oh, because Raw is on... Well, it's not a pay channel. Whatever. Anyway, so SmackDown made the list, but Raw didn't.
Right.
That's a little weird. Anyway, number one on the list of worst TV shows, according to the Parental Television Council, is...
Buffy.
Wait, I'm thinking of... Okay.
Oh, God.
Buffy.
I thought you were making
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
a big announcement.
Why is Buffy so horrible?
I've never seen it.
Probably, maybe
Because
the
it
violence
is
and,
targeted towards 13-year-old girls,
And they kill
and
things.
it's a little bit too racy, I guess.
Does she really slay vampires on the show?
I think so.
I'll have to
Yes,
get
she
back to you on that
does. She does. Dealing with evil, satanic
So
things.
that's the word. Is that like Feng Shui?
Satanic.
Satanic.
That's my favorite drink.
You're always so close, Terry.
Gin and satanic.
Yes. Now,
God.
that is the number one worst show according to the Parents Television Council.
Yes.
Why don't you go down the list real quick? Number
Well,
two.
there's just some interesting...
Number three. Number four. What are the interesting ones?
Other ones are like Will and Grace.
Well, Grace. See,
Yes.
there it is.
Yeah.
There's your right wing. We're not ready to accept homosexuality TV.
Well, it's a little bit of... I mean, they have a lot of sexual innuendo on that show, though.
Yeah, but so do a lot of shows. They don't like the prancing around neighbor down the hall.
Right.
They don't like the little tinges of homosexuality that they bring to the program. I'm sure Friends is on the list somewhere, but it's not as high up as Will and Grace, I bet, right?
Right. It
Yes.
is on the list. Mm-hmm.
It's because of innuendo? I mean, it's that...
Because of sexual innuendo, that's why Friends, they don't like... This is the Parents Television Council. They like family shows
all these
that
people do.
nobody's watching. Let's go down the best list. What's on the best list, according to them? The best show on TV is... Let me see if I can guess.
Okay.
McNeil Air.
Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah.
The best show on TV, according to the Television Parental Council, is probably... You all right there? You have a couple of those gin satanics?
I wish I did.
Hotshot's hiccuping over there.
I know. Hello.
I would say they picked Oprah as the best show on TV.
No.
Not Oprah.
No.
The upcoming Dr. Phil show.
Dr. Phil Christmas special.
Yes. The best show on TV, according to the Parents Television Council. Steven, you want to take a guess?
I don't know. I mean, it's maybe something like a family show, like Judging Amy or Touched by an Angel or something like that.
Touched by an Angel is on the list. Okay, it was a...
Terry obviously rented the porno version of Touched by the Angel. Yes.
Touched by an Angel
Yes.
is on the list, but not...
Comes
the
up right
number
after Gin and Satanic.
one. This is big on
Where is it
Terry
on? Where is it on the list?
It's like number 2 on the list.
Oh, it is. Like number 2.
Yeah, it is number 2.
And the
Do
number
you
one.
want the number 1?
Sure.
It's Doc.
Doc. What the hell is Doc?
I
Did he get his?
Doc.
He got his own spin-off from the Love Boat after all these years?
No, that's the one with Billy Ray Cyrus on PAX.
On PAX.
On PAX?
You have to go to PAX to find the best show on TV?
I can't go under 4.
My remote can't find PAX.
Wow. Yes, it is. And
See, they're picking shows that nobody watches. What else is on the list?
Sabrina, the Teenage Witch.
Never heard of
which is
her.
on the WB.
Yeah.
Seventh Heaven.
Seventh Heaven, yeah.
These are like family shows, right?
Baby Bob.
You can get your little family together, sit around the wood-burning stove, and watch a show as one, right?
Sure.
What else is on the
Baby
list?
Bob is really funny, though.
Is it?
Jeez.
The topic. You also have like Smallville, Reba, the Ponderosa, which is another PAX.
Ponderosa. I used to be a busboy there. You guys ever have a Ponderosa out here?
Never heard of it.
That was like the East Coast version of the Sizzler.
Oh, okay.
It's exactly the same kind of restaurant as the Sizzler. I was a busboy there. It was my first job. I used to steal food.
Right.
Stick your hand in the Jell-O or something. Is that what you said?
Pudding.
Yeah, it's not like I stole food and took it home to my starving family. My family wasn't starving at that time. I would steal food and take it to my starving mouth.
Right out of the container.
They were the type of employers that wouldn't let you eat at all in your 9-hour shift. So you had to sneak into the freezer, and I would stick my bare hand into the tub of chocolate pudding that they would put on the salad bar.
Right after bleaching the floor.
Right. But they had it coming as far as I was able to justify in my mind, because why don't they feed me?
Yeah.
Well, I think maybe they did feed you, but you had to pay yourself, and I wasn't going to, take 2 hours out of my 2 hours salary out of my upcoming paycheck to buy myself lunch.
Stings.
I was making like $4 an hour.
Not when you can do handfuls of yogurt and Jell-O and pudding. Why would you buy?
There you go. Sneak a roll. Just put rolls in our aprons.
I've had crouton lunches before.
And then all of a sudden the manager would leave the back kitchen area and you'd just take out that roll and eat like a rat on crack. And there's your lunch.
The T-Man.
Some people think of me kind of weird because I think I'm making a sperm bank, but it doesn't bother me.
Presented by McDonald's.
You're listening to the Best of T-Man. The T-Man will be back on live soon. Now more of the Best of T-Man.
Well, once again, the battle over Barry Bonds' home run ball is heading to court.
Oh, geez.
3 former friends are suing Jay Arsenault, who caught Bonds' 600th home run ball back on August 9th.
Right.
Now, the friends say that when they gave Arsenault the tickets to the game, that he promised to share the profits with them if he caught the ball. And now they say...
Promises, schmomises.
He's not keeping his promise.
Oh.
People need to understand that those agreements are enforceable. That just because you win and just because it's a lot of money, you can't forget the agreement that you made.
And why are they enforceable? Because this guy on the street says so? This guy who gave over his tickets decides it's enforceable? Unless he has something in writing, I don't know if it's enforceable.
Well, the baseball is valued at around $200,000. Meanwhile, 2 men are still fighting for the ownership of Bonds' record-setting 73rd home run ball. That's from last year. That ball could be worth more than $1 million.
So let me see if I understand this correctly. This latest issue with the Barry Bonds home run ball. He gives 3 guys give over their tickets to another guy to go to the game. And they tell him before the game, they have the foresight to think, if you catch this 600th ball, you split the money with us. And lo and behold, he catches the ball, and now he's saying, catch this, dickheads. So who is in the wrong here? First off, do you truly believe that these guys, when giving over the tickets to this other guy, had the ability to conjure up the image of this Yahoo catching the ball?
Yes, I think so.
I don't think so. I don't think you think that way. I think people think they have a better chance of winning the lottery than handing over their tickets. You think maybe when you go, you have a chance. But you hand over your tickets to somebody else. You're not picturing him catching the ball. Maybe you say it as a joke. I'm sure that you think they really seriously said, okay, you catch the ball, and let me do the math on the calculator here. I get 50,000, and John gets 50,000. No, you don't think in those terms.
It's not like you contemplate, okay, I think if Barry Bonds hits the ball over here, so we need to buy seats over here.
You catch the ball, it's yours. You give over your tickets on an important game where the 600th home run could be hit. You take whatever happens.
You want
to be the one to catch the 600th ball, go to the game.
Yeah.
I don't think he owes him anything.
Nothing. Zero. If they would have shut their big yaps, he might have been nice and bought them their season tickets for next year. If you catch the ball, you say to yourself, oh, that was really nice of them to give me those tickets. I got to give them some money. But you don't give them half.
No.
You give them a few thousand for their season tickets next year. They get better seats.
There you go.
That's what you do. So not sit in the stupid outfield because there are no more expensive balls coming their way anytime soon.
That sounds reasonable.
It's a long way for Barry Bonds to break Hank Aaron's home run record.
Yeah.
But these other guys are expecting their allotment of cash.
Just go home, hide the ball, and say, I don't know what you're talking about.
I never caught it.
Oh, no.
That wasn't me.
What do you think? You think you should split the money with them?
I think you should give him a little token, a little nugget.
That's right.
Something to nosh on.
That's far from a little nugget never added up to 50,000 each.
Yeah. Great season tickets. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that is. I agree.
There's your answer.
Yeah.
These guys honestly think they're going to get equal distributions of money 4 ways.
But I think they did have the discussion. You could see us having the discussion if we went to the game.
If we went to the game and all 4 of us, like me, you, Pasty, and Steven taking it a game, Look who's giving me the bird now.
I saw that.
You would stay home. They don't allow people that don't make a certain height requirement to go to the games because they can't see very well.
And he doesn't better our chances to catch the ball.
That's right.
We need big, bulky guys in there.
You don't have any ability to box anyone out or muscle your way to a loose ball.
Yeah, but unlike Steven, I could catch it.
Already, and Steven hasn't said anything yet.
Now, Steven could catch it. We wouldn't want him to throw it back on the field.
I'd hit the person in front of me doing that.
Throws a little like a girl turn. Anyway, if you go to the game as a group and you say, all right, one of us catches it, we all catch it. Is that a deal? And then you make that decision on the way there, then you got to live up to that one. But you go to the game, I'm assuming that's how this situation went down. These guys gave over their season tickets to another guy who took his own people or he went alone or whatever the case may be. If they all went to the game as a group, and one guy caught the ball, the other three didn't, and they had that agreement, you don't go back on that word. No. That is something that certainly should hold up as far as your word's concerned. But you give over your tickets at an important game, you can't expect the guy to be splitting the money when you're sitting there in the office doing your long accounting division.
Right.
Because it's tax season. And it's not even tax season!
Unless he says, here, you have a better chance of catching the ball. Go get this, use these tickets, which didn't happen.
Start taking some calls. 1-866-663-T-Man. You're on the air.
Yeah, on SportsCenter they were talking about the guy that caught the ball was given a ticket.
Yes.
But it was by the guy that was there with him.
So
brought him to the game.
I wanted to make sure we had the story right. The guys who were complaining that they deserved their money were at the game with this guy?
Yeah, he was sitting right next to him. He brought the guy to the game.
See, to me, that's different. He brought the guy to the game. They have an agreement in the car on the way there. Okay, if I catch it, I'll split it with you. You catch it, you split it with me. And this guy's backing out on that. This guy deserves to be beaten in the street.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
It's not binding, though.
Yeah,
I know it's not binding, but it's like Terry running home when she has to masturbate.
Right.
Oh, God.
All right, people in Pittsburgh don't understand that, but trust me, it was a bad morning. No, that is completely different. These guys went to the game together. They have an agreement. I catch it. I split with you. You catch it. You split with me. And this guy caught it now and wants all the money himself. The guy was sitting right next to him. No. That's lousy.
See, I still think the guy deserves all the money.
A SWAT team into this man's house, and we take that ball away from him.
You think 50-50 or whatever the agreement was?
Get the T-Man SWAT team together immediately. Are you sure that's the way it was?
Yeah.
The guy who's whining here on this little news report is a guy who took him to the game and was sitting right next to him.
Yeah.
So they were his tickets. He takes his friend to the game. They have an agreement on the way there. And now the guy who caught the ball is backing out on giving him half.
Yep.
That's not right. Totally different story. If you're there, you're part of the group.
I understand that, but still, I mean...
He didn't catch it.
Right, he didn't catch it, and so he just happened. I mean, they could have very easily switched seats, and I just see them joking around about it, and I just can't take that too seriously.
Terry would back
whether you're going in a group or not.
That's all we need to know about Terry.
Right.
Huh?
But Terry, if you were there at the game with these guys, you'd want part of it because you are there with them.
And you made
the deal.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe they cleared out a couple other people because they knew their friend had the best angle at it, so they boxed a couple other people out, and they were deserving at least of assist money. No, that is a completely different issue. This guy's a selfish bitch.
Oh, my goodness.
And I want to, punch him now.
He wouldn't even be at the game if it wasn't for the guy.
Right. And they were at the game together. That's significant to me. That's completely relevant. All right, let them figure it out themselves. That's as much as I want to talk about this story.
Okay.
What else is going on?
I got a story here about a 72-year-old successful businessman, mind you, who is offering his entire fortune to the last woman he sleeps with.
Oh.
There you go. Nice little offer there, huh?
Interesting.
Yeah.
So that's enticing. That's certainly something that will stimulate ladies to have more sex with him than he's obviously having right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's made a decree. The last woman to have sex with me. He doesn't have to be right there in the bed with him when he dies, right? He's not saying if I croak during sex, you get my entire fortune.
No.
Although, if that happened, you'd be the front runner.
Yeah, you would
right.
be.
It's like a big game of vagina tag.
Pretty much.
The last woman who has sex with me, the moment I die, whoever that last woman was will get my fortune.
Mm-hmm.
It's a brilliant idea. It gets women inspired to line up and have sex with you. I have decided I will make the same announcement this morning. The last woman who has sex with me will get my fortune. And half the baseball.
I'm sure kids will be happy to hear that.
Who is this man? He's how old?
He's 72 years of age. And actually, he's a Berlin businessman.
Business tycoon, Terry.
Yes, tycoon.
And a very working, solid mind he has at 72, Terry.
Yes.
He's not done having sex.
No, he's
so
not,
much
actually.
so that he's inspired just about every lady and me to have sex with him, Terry.
Oh, you running over to Germany?
I want his fortune, Terry. I want a shot. Yeah. Turn over. I'm going to put it right up the anus there. Come on. And everyone back off. I just screwed him.
Maybe he'll die. Give him a second.
Yeah. So after you have sex with him, you put up barricades to his bedroom, to his house. No one can. You're boxing everyone else out. You don't screw him for nothing. You're not screwing this old wrinkly bag just for fun. You're screwing him to get yourself in line for the cash. You're telling me that after a woman screws this guy, she's not going to at least, hover at his front door saying, "Oh, what are you doing here? Get away.
Yeah, right.
He's my guy."
You should get a grace period after you have sex with him. You get a 24-hour grace period.
Yeah,
if
because
he dies within there, he's yours.
Why would you want to have sex with him if you know there's going to be another one an hour later?
Exactly. Oh, you go first, dude.
You got an hour window for him to die?
Right, that's not good.
And of course, these ladies, when they're having sex with them, are going to make suggestions like, "Have you heard this talk about choking during sex? I hear it really heightens the orgasm. You want to try that?"
They're all taking numbers. Okay.
Yeah.
S&M with a baseball bat.
Yeah,
Instead of a whip.
Here, let's see what this does for your orgasm. You tell me, women, recognizing he likes to keep his mouth open during sex, start pouring salt down his throat. You need more sodium in your diet. Cooking breakfast for him the next day. You have about 12 Egg McMuffins. That should be good for the arteries.
Good scheme, though.
Yeah,
It's a great
it is.
scheme. It's a brilliant scheme. I love brilliant schemes. I'm surprised no one's thought about this before. This man has a fortune at his...
Allegedly.
At his fingertips.
Yes, and he's telling, hey, you can't take it with you.
Right.
So he's decided, screw my kids.
Yeah.
I want to get laid.
Maybe we should call Old Man Jim and let him know about this, gentleman.
Old Man Jim's fortune consists of a half-empty beer bottle right now, Terry.
Yeah, a pack of Marlboros.
Yes.
That's it. Enjoy.
That's right, because...
Pack of Marlboros with 3 left.
Yeah.
And what's left on his gift certificate to Mr. Rags, probably.
I think in order to make this situation happen, Terry,
Yes.
you need a fortune. Okay? Women are not lining up
I was going to say, Kim already
for your ratty old baseball cap.
Yeah.
So first get yourself a fortune, and then maybe you can contemplate doing this, putting this into play. You got a fortune.
Right.
You're 72. He's finding that even having a fortune is not enough at 72 to get women inspired to screw you. But you tell women that the last one who screws me, when I die, will get everything. Get everything. He's not saying he's going to leave some back. They get everything.
Yep.
They get his fortune.
His entire
Women will
fortune.
fly into Germany for this, Terry.
Yeah.
You fly into another country for this kind of opportunity.
And he even claims, it could end real soon, maybe tomorrow.
The Fox producers are kicking themselves. Why didn't they think about this, Terry?
It's a reality TV
That's
show.
right.
Bam.
Who wants to screw a dying geezer with a fortune?
And when the show's still on 15 years from now.
Right.
Come on, dude. Die, would you?
The lottery is still up for grabs. Right now, Carolyn and Susie are going at it with him.
Well, that could have been
What
a
if,
great
what
show.
if you double team him and you make an agreement that you're going to split it,
Yeah.
and then he dies, and technically you were the last one that he penetrated.
And your friend Suji, I gave you his number.
Yeah.
It was my season ticket.
Right.
It is a fascinating story. Fascinating, Terry. What's the man's name? Does it say there?
His name.
I'm
Yes.
gonna look him up.
Rolf Eden.
Rolf? Mm-hmm. Can you screw a Rolf, Terry?
I know. I guess
The price is
you
right.
can. Yeah.
Sure I can.
Have you ever in your mind, Terry, in all those years of self-gratification, ever pictured, because you prove that you have,
Anyway,
have you ever pictured a Rolf? Have you ever screamed out the name Rolf?
I've never had a Rolf.
Rolf!
No.
Unbelievable story. I love it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good for him, huh?
Yeah. Bravo, Rolf.
You picture Rolf being your type, Terry?
I don't think so.
I'll picture Rolf being your type for some reason, Terry. Going on your track record, I don't see any Rolfs in your past. You don't remember a Rolf?
No, no Rolfs here.
He's how old, 72?
72 years of age.
I picture him looking like Goldmember from Austin Powers. Skin falling off.
Yes.
Freckles everywhere.
Beautiful.
Trying to look young. Not working.
It's not your motivation, though.
No, the money's the motivation.
You get yourself through it.
The T-Man.
Ever feel prickly things on the back of your neck? And the tiny hairs on your arm? You know, when they stand up. That's them.
This.
You're listening to the Best of T-Man. The T-Man will be back on live in no time. Now more of the Best of T-Man.
Start at your toes, where I would suck each one individually.
You know what this is, Terry? This is a little preview. Here's a little teaser for something we're going to do in a matter of seconds.
Okay.
You know this segment as well as I,
Yes.
Terry. We do it mainly for you. Oh, it's always fun to watch you giggle. We are seconds, moments away from another installment of Men with Game. Oh, just... And here is your quick little preview of how far men will go to get the attention of a woman who is very available and very hot.
And start at your toes, where I would suck each one individually, swirling my tongue around them.
I mean, men have sucked toes before.
Oh, yes.
But each one individually?
Hey, boy.
That requires a lot of attention. A lot of attention.
And start at your toes, where I would suck each one individually, swirling my tongue around them. And work up the full length of your legs, get the backs of your knees, your inner thighs.
Oh, boy.
Caress your ass, to where I would stop and just devour you.
There's a lot to look forward to this morning, huh, Terry?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, in our studio, he has moved up the ranks in a dysfunctional family. Yes, he has. He is Tiny.
What's up,
Top 10 dysfunctional family member. Has carte blanche. That's the way the program works. You get yourself in the top 10 of the dysfunctional family list. You can come down whenever the hell you want.
Does that mean my brain is getting smaller and smaller?
That just means you're fitting in with us more and more.
Yeah, same
Whether
thing.
the two coincide, your guess as good as mine. But Tiny's had already, overnight, this morning, whatever you want to call it, some disheartening news come to his attention. And that's maybe why he needed to come into the studio this morning and get it out of his mind. What happened to you, Tiny?
Oh, man. I went out to Car Toys to the big tent sale Saturday. Bought myself a nice little stereo for my Diddy. For the little grocery getter. You know, nice boom.
Yes.
And I go to work last night at the club.
Yes.
And I come out and some sad... I got to remember I'm on the air.
Yes.
Somebody put a hit out on themselves. That's what it was.
That's serious.
So you enjoyed that car stereo for a good 48 hours is what you're saying.
Oh, yeah, and I'm hoping that Car Toys hears this and gives me a discount when I come back.
Right, they do it for everyone who gets their stereo ripped out of their car. I mean, how much does that suck? How much does that make you hate humanity, Terry?
I know.
The man not only
that
purchased this car stereo, but was happy with the deal he got.
Right.
He's all excited about how much he was able to save due to the regular price of this stereo.
Sure.
So you feel good about that. Then you take time to install your stereo.
Yes.
We've all had this happen to us.
Oh, yes.
I remember a few years ago, I went out with this girl, and we went to a movie, and we come out, we met, like, at the theater, because, and I decided, I wasn't sure when I met her that I wanted to hang with her, but then when the movie was going on, I totally realized I did. So then we get out to the cars after the situation, the movie is over, and we talk about going back to the joint, and she looks at her car, and her stereo is ripped out. I'm like, A, why do you leave your car unlocked? And B, now she's starting to cry right there in the parking lot.
And your whole date.
She's trying to fight it. So she can't fight it, and tears start coming down her eyes. So I decide, in order to get some ass, I gotta tell her I'm gonna pay for a new stereo.
Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, my gosh.
So I do.
Were you making money then, or was this the Ponderosa days?
This was like 3 years ago.
Okay.
I was starting to make some money, so it was.
How did you purchase this stereo?
I analyzed the situation. I'd already decided that I was going to get laid that night, or at least get close.
Sure.
So I didn't want to ruin it.
You wanted.
And how'd it work out for you?
And plus, I felt bad.
Yeah, you do.
I honestly felt bad, like I was somehow responsible.
If I had just picked her up.
Right, exactly.
That's pretty much it. I made her meet me there. So I get a quick getaway if I needed to.
Somebody got a quick getaway that night.
Yeah.
The ass cost me $200.
Wow.
Wow.
Well,
Did
but
she
you
cook breakfast in the morning?
I'm like, how much did the stereo cost? She's like, $200.
No, wait, pie.
No way, it's over $79.99, but fine.
whatever.
All right.
New bowls I had.
So, Terry, before Tiny, we've all had this happen. Is it the first time this has ever happened to you?
Oh, no.
Okay.
But
So you're becoming a veteran of this situation. It
Oh, yeah.
sucks.
I'm from the South. I'm lucky the car was still there.
And we will get to Men with Game to get Tiny's mind on other things.
Those other sad people.
Realizing, how pathetic people are who rip off radios and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And we will do that in a couple of seconds. But first, Terry, tell me what you have there. What else are you working on your big pile of stuff over there?
Got a quick story for you about a 6-year-old woman who...
You're doing the old people stories today.
You know.
A couple minutes ago is a 72-year-old who's decided he's going to give his fortune to the last woman who screws him.
Yes.
And now a 60-year-old man does what?
No, a 6-year-old woman.
A woman, 60-year-old woman, has decided the first man to give her an orgasm.
No. She decided that to leave her husband of 38 years and trade him in for a younger gentleman, 22 years of age, that she met on an internet chat room.
22-year-old dude.
Yes.
Is chatting with a 60-year-old.
Yes.
Of course, she's telling him she's 22.
Well, regardless.
He knows how old she is.
Yes. He does, because he ended up marrying her.
So you think they're married now?
They're now married.
You think the strange part of this story is that the 60-year-old is leaving her husband of 30-some-odd years of marriage. The strange part is that a 22-year-old thinks that a vagina is like a fine wine and gets better with age, when somebody's got to tell him that's not necessarily the case.
No.
Now, but some vaginas may get better with age, but not like across the board all wines do. Some vaginas age really poorly. Why is dude marrying a 60-year-old when he's 22?
What does he look like?
I don't know. But
she left her husband
of 38 years for this guy.
This husband, this now ex-husband of hers, is out there thanking Bill Gates. Thanking the technological breakthroughs that have now gotten his wife to get so inspired on chat lines that she's thrown the towel in on 38 years of marriage. You think you've cleared all the hurdles.
Mm-hmm.
You think when you get to year 10 and you're still married that you have found a way to make it work. That there's nothing that could come your way that you can't solve.
Sure.
You think that at 10 years is my point.
Right.
At 20 years, it's taken for granted that you are rocking chairing it till death do you part. 30 years, you bet your life savings.
Right.
Yeah.
That there's nothing that could come between you to break up your marriage. 38 years they're married.
38.
She starts chatting with gay phone operator, then she switches over to some 22-year-old. And they run away together and get married. Now this 22-year-old is with a woman whose vagina actually looks like a grilled cheese sandwich.
Oh, nice.
That's what they look like at 62.
A bad one or a good one?
Oh, I've seen them.
Oh, yeah. Is there a website?
I bought her a car stereo. She looked really sad. She was crying. It's an unbelievable story.
It is.
You're finding some interesting stories this morning, Terry.
Yeah, I am trying my best.
Is it your birthday? What's the deal? What do we owe this to?
Going on. I got it actually out of the London Sun.
Fascinating.
Yes, she's from
They're chatting
England.
all across the countries of our world.
He's from Morocco and she's from England.
Morocco. You think he's a 22-year-old Moroccan stud?
Yeah.
Magnificent Morocco, turning over in his grave. Anyone remember him?
Absolutely. That guy had the hugest traps ever.
He had the lightning bolt on his tights.
He was good. He was big.
You don't remember the Magnificent Morocco, Terry? Don Morocco.
No, sorry.
Really has no relationship to the area that is no Morocco, but still.
Anytime we can bring up old wrestlers, we like to do it.
That's right.
For whatever reason.
We love the old school wrestlers. Anyhow, How do you justify sitting there in your empty house now? Your wife ran away with a 22-year-old she met on the internet.
You get your own 22-year-old.
Yeah, he's got Viagra now. He's okay.
Yeah. Maybe you should ask for some Viagra.
That's your next thought. Okay, I'm going to get even. I'm going to get a 22-year-old female to start loving me. A rude awakening will hit you real quick.
Just tell people your sob story.
When the 22-year-old say to your face, I'm sorry, Pops, I don't screw fossils for free.
But you look...
Do you feel for the 60-year-old husband here?
Oh, yeah.
The dude is probably
Definitely.
65.
Probably.
38 years of marriage.
Yes, I do feel for him. 38 years, that's a long time, man.
I don't know. He might be saying, thank you, God, she's finally
And now he owes the Moroccan guy his allotment of cash he promised him.
Yeah, that's true.
He's out buying the Moroccan guy some Sebring convertible. Take it for a ride.
You're on the air.
The Moroccan guy is feeling very, very happy, and the 60-year-old probably still has his stupid beer can and his remote.
Good morning, Brooke Paula. Just to make sure we all understand what is motivating this conversation, how old are you?
I'll be 58 in October.
Is that right?
Really? Yes, sir.
Now, Brooke Paula hung out with us at the Dysfunctional Family Races.
Right.
Yes.
At the racetrack. I would have guessed she's in her late 40s, and I'm not just saying that, Brooke Paula.
Same.
No, you are broke, regardless of your age.
But seriously, I would agree with you on that.
Brooke Paula does not look like she has any kind of wrinkles on her face.
No.
Brooke Paula looks like she's holding up real well. I had no idea you were 58, Brooke.
Well, thank you, but my pipes are clear, too. And I don't look like a grilled cheese sandwich.
Well, start chatting, baby. Do you have a home computer?
Okay.
No.
There are Moroccan boys right for the taking.
And your point is?
My point is, if it's good enough for the 60-year-old from England or wherever she's from, it's good enough for you.
I like them real live and in front of me, honey.
I'm sure we can find one for you.
So are you looking at your non-grilled cheese sandwich right now as we speak to verify? Because maybe it's been some time since you've done yourself a once-over.
Hello.
Okay, we'll take that back. It's not like a grilled cheese sandwich.
Thank you.
It's more like a chicken salad sandwich.
The T-Man.
No, I will not hide in the fruit cellar. You think I'm fruity, huh?
Nice little package. The best of the T-Man show continues.
I never knew we had so many 60-year-old ladies listening to the program, Terry. And what did I say anyway? I think it's unfortunate for the husband of this 60-year-old woman who leaves after 38 years of good quality service in a marriage, Terry, for a 22-year-old she meets on the internet. And then I asked the question, yes, and I think it's a reasonable question to ask. What possibly can a 60-year-old woman do for a 22-year-old guy?
Well, I do have a quote from her.
Any quotes that may support the issue, Terry. All right, give me a quote.
She said, I did ask if he wasn't looking for someone his own age, but he said he wanted a real woman and that I was loving and caring.
Yeah, you're supposed to be loving and caring to the husband that you gave your vows to and gave the impression that he wouldn't die alone. Where's he going to meet someone now? What about him? What is his feelings come into account here, Terry? What are his options now? He didn't know how to type on the old Corolla typewriter, not to mention the keypads that get you on the internet, Terry.
Better learn.
Believe it or not.
Who's going to wipe up his drool?
Oh, I don't think he's that bad off.
Like you're supposed to do when you live together a lifetime.
Yeah, he may be that bad off, though, in a few years without her.
Yeah.
True.
Everything he's ever known for the past 38 years just picked up and left for Morocco.
Yeah.
Because she met some 22-year-old on the internet.
Well, maybe he isn't looking for a long-term relationship.
Yeah, of course not. She's going to die any minute.
Yeah. You're telling me 60-year-old woman and 22-year-old dude from Morocco are going to work out long-term? Yes, as we point out, long-term is used loosely, but still. They're gonna make it past year number 1 together.
Well, that's what they're claiming, that they're deeply in love. So
this is my girlfriend. I mean, come on.
I know.
They get good parking spots at the mall, right up front.
Good discounts for food and restaurants.
The internet is a fascinating place.
Yes.
Technology just gone berserk.
Yeah, I'm surprised nobody sued Bill Gates like you were saying last time.
But I'm not going to the phones right now because, as promised, Terry, and I need as much time as possible to do this so we can get as many calls as we can, and already we're behind.
Okay.
right now, and this segment, by the way, is going to end. The last call you're going to hear is going to be someone after all this time has figured us out.
Really?
Okay. You know how this little situation goes. It's going back over a year now.
Yeah.
We decided to take one of our hot-ass listeners.
Right.
Terry wouldn't cut it. And
Thank you.
no, you have a lot of sexy pictures of yourself in lingerie all over the internet. We know, Terry. But we wanted this woman we used is a woman who was in last time's boob camp.
Yeah.
You remember her?
Yes.
Okay, anyway. So what we did is we took her picture. She was very gracious to give us multiple pictures, and we put them on the internet, and we put out this classified ad. Speaking of what you'll do to get love on the internet.
Right.
We also put them in a couple of periodicals, magazines, whatever the case may be. We've put them in multiple cities all over the country. We're placing this classified ad and seeing how crazy men will go when they see the hottest woman you're going to find in a given day on the internet. I mean, you could go to, like, top modeling sites, and she'll hold her own with all the top models. I'm being very serious. And now, since boot camp, she's gotten breasts and we haven't heard from her, but still.
She's still hot, I'm sure.
We're very happy that she gave us these pictures to use, and they've been very effective. It's just a situation where we like to see how far and how dramatic men will get.
Right.
In order to get a woman's attention who is looking, apparently, for fictitious love. But they don't know that. Through the internet. It's a segment that we've entitled Men! I listen to Tiny. He's in. Ladies and gentlemen, Tiny's joined us in the studio. He's your dysfunctional family listener number, last I checked, I think, 8? Yes. He's moved up to 8. Woo-hoo! Tiny in the top 10.
I'm proclaiming myself as the Dirty South representative.
Yeah! We needed to fill that void.
He fills it.
And he's going to help us play Men. Now, of course, how this works is men see this picture of this available wanting to meet new people kind of woman on the internet and magazines, and they write back, and then that's where gay phone operator takes control.
Yeah.
He sits there at his little computer, he fields these emails that come in, and then he writes back to them, got your email, and I'm going to give you my phone number, but I have to admit I'm getting a lot of responses, so leave a message for me that will inspire me. Leave a message for me that will get my attention, and then we can make plans to go out.
Right.
And that's where these calls come in, Terry. That's when we take over through the voicemail here at the big studios. And men leave all kinds of messages. Now, in the past, we heard the songs, we heard the poems.
Those were great.
Yeah. We've decided to go another route as of the past few weeks or months. We are now sending back emails to these men who are trying to get Valerie's attention. That's the fictitious name of the woman. We told them to describe for Valerie what would happen if she did decide to go out on a first date with these gentlemen. So that's the theme of today's Men. With Gay!
Hi, this is Valerie. Sorry I missed your call, but leave me a message and don't forget your telephone number, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible.
We do use your voice, Terry.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You're a big contributor. It's a very sexy voice. It's the deepest one here in the studio.
Thanks.
Hello, Valerie. This is Taz. I'm sorry I took so long to reply to your email, but I've been in and out of town.
Huh? It's good to throw the terms in and out.
Yeah.
Subliminally into your message. In and out? I think I want to have sex with this guy.
But it says that you were intrigued to find out that I was interested. Well, I thought maybe...
We have intrigued and we have interested. Sounds like a match made in heaven already.
Yeah.
I thought maybe we could go to Blue Bayou, which is a water park in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Huh? I knew he was
maybe we could hang out for a while, ride on the roller coasters, have fun in the water or whatever. Maybe later on that night, I guess we could go out to eat or get a room, take a bath together.
Oh, those are two very similar options.
I think I kind of slides that in,
We
too.
can go out to eat or get a room.
Yeah.
Take a bath together.
Right.
Whichever you prefer.
Take a bath together. If you're interested, you could contact me at 504.
All right off the bat, a pretty straightforward call.
Yes.
Nothing too extreme.
Right. Sounds very gentlemanly.
It's Tez checking in from Baton Rouge.
All righty.
And
That's
if
your
you
first
notice,
call.
From the South, he has no pussification in his voice.
Aha! He is not contributing to the pussification of men,
no,
Terry,
no.
which I've been trying to curtail for too long now. There you go, Tez representing the South.
Very good.
To replay the message, press 1. Message received.
Valerie. Hey, this is the Big Bad Wolf.
Oh, jeez.
I got your message, and let's see, where do we begin? What we'll do on our first date. Preferably, we would go to a tropical island and sunbathe nude.
But I don't know of any, and I don't even have a rowboat.
So we'll just go to Mercer Island.
Right.
And I would cook for you, and we could walk on the beach, pick coconuts, and look for lizards. No, that won't work. You're too classy for that. Let's see.
You can start with my lizard right here.
Coconuts, too, by the way.
And I'll start with your coconuts. Yeah, nice. Good try. I think if Valerie, if she was really looking for somebody to go out with, they would have to come up with a realistic first date, not this fantasy date. Too many lives are lived in fantasy. That's what Valerie needs, is to take this guy to add to the non-realities of life.
Come on, tropical date, a tropical island on the first date. That doesn't work. Aruba.
No, that won't work. You're too classy for that. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I would shave you and treat you like a popsicle on a hot, sunny day.
Dork.
What?
And he wonders why he's alone.
Yes, this is the main reason for this segment. So women out there, just have an idea of what available men are moving here and there in the place we call Earth.
So that schlub sitting on your couch might not be so bad after all.
It makes you feel better. It makes you feel better about what you have.
Yes.
When you're able to identify the available men that are out there that you think is the place that the grass is so green.
Right.
Okay?
I got
Need
you.
I say more?
I would shave you and treat you like a popsicle on a hot, sunny day.
Oh, man!
Okay, so he smacks me every once in a while. I'll have to keep him anyway.
No, that won't work. You know what? Maybe I ought to get you on the phone and we'll talk about it together. We can come up with something, I'm sure.
There's a good ploy.
Anyway, I am at work. I work 24-hour shifts. The number here is 251.
Yeah, that says it all.
Yeah. Mr. 24-hour man there.
Yeah. Something tells me he's on the 23rd hour.
I hope you were inspired. Have a great day and be safe. Bye.
Scary guy.
Problem is, Gay probably wants these guys' numbers back.
Yes. Gay has running conversations with these guys.
I hope you were inspired.
But they think he's a woman.
Right.
I hope you were inspired. Have a great day and be safe. Bye.
Be safe. That always scares me when someone leaves a message that ends be safe.
Some kind of serial killer.
Be safe and stay away from the tropical island I just try to lure you to. Beware of
Message
popsicles.
received when...
Hello, Valerie. This is Ed.
Okay.
In response to your response to the personal ad.
Okay, let me see if I can follow that. Response. Okay, I think I got it. Mm-hmm.
If I could say hello. Thank you for
Oh,
responding.
jeez. Is it inevitable? Is it obligatory that there's always one call on Men with Game that it just sounds like the guy as he's speaking with the phone in one hand is conducting some self-gratification motions with the other? Is it just you or me, or is this something that has to be the reality?
Must be the reality.
Well, it seems like Ed is filling our quota
Right.
this time around.
In response to your response to the personal ad. If I could say hello. Thank you for responding. You'd like to know what we may do on our first date. Well, I think a nice first date would be picking you up at the designated location where that may be.
That's a good plan. Yeah, so far so good.
Going to a fine restaurant where we would sit rather close. And as we ate, or probably even before we ate, I would be rubbing your thighs.
Oh, jeez.
Working my way up into your crotch, getting you nice and moist.
Okay, once you've used the word crotch out of voicemail,
No turning back.
have you pretty much? All right, let's see where he goes with this.
Working my way up into your crotch, getting you nice and moist. Possibly, almost definitely removing your panties if you had any on. Where I would insert my fingers into you.
Nice. Let's eat.
Anybody for a shrimp pot
Let's see.
sticker?
What should we get for an entree here?
Insert my fingers into you.
Are dude serious?
That's unbelievable.
That is crazy.
I want to apologize to all available women out there.
Yeah.
For having this pool of fun, eligible bachelors to choose from.
I don't think gay sitting there be as sexual as possible either.
Unbelievable. This guy is all serious.
Yeah.
I'm turning her on and I know it.
I would insert my fingers into you, whatever may be available.
Yeah, maybe there's a vagina or two up there. Whatever might be available, I'll just insert it in.
Or two.
Whatever may be available. Be tasting you. Maybe even leave your panties there on the table or in the seat, just for a little excitement there. For the waiter, if we had a male waiter. Or for a waitress, you might like that too.
Yeah, that's how it works. Waiters, men.
You never know. And then from there, we would go back to your place where I would slowly undress you.
Yeah, because I'm not taking you to my place. Because my parents are there.
Yeah.
I think this is pretty presumptuous. Then we go back to your place. Yeah.
He sounds like he might have a 60-year-old lover.
I don't want to show you what's in my place. The caves.
Right.
The big pits. The women in bondage. We've been on the back of milk cartons for the past 20 years.
And then from there, we would go back to your place where I would slowly undress you from head to toe.
Huh?
And then lay you back, take in your beauty.
Oh, jeez.
And start at your toes.
Settle down.
Where I would suck each one individually, swirling my tongue around them.
Huh?
And work up the full length of your legs, get the backs of your knees.
Iggy! You ever lick the back of someone's knee? No thanks. That's like an armpit. Yeah. The back of a knee is the equivalent of the leg armpit.
Oh, my goodness.
What the hell is this guy doing? Is he for real?
Sounds like it.
He sounds like he's almost putting himself to sleep, too.
Backs of your knees, your inner thighs, caress your ass.
Oh, jeez.
Where I would stop and just devour you.
Oh, boy.
With my tongue.
Right.
Until you have at least gotten off several times.
Wow.
I would also like to probe your ass with my tongue as well.
Oh, jeez. Easy, fella. Wow. Guy's out of control.
Running and up and down the track.
Oh, no.
He needs Jesus.
Running and up and down the track.
Yes.
Getting it just so moist. I just love to taste ass.
Oh. All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, I have to apologize to the ladies out there.
Embrace your man. He may be a loser, but, you know.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Is this a great statement?
Unemployment check will come.
Is this a great statement right here? Listen to this profound statement.
I just love to taste ass. And also, I never mentioned either, I'm well endowed as well.
Oh, yeah, right.
How to use it and please a woman. I enjoy sex very, very much.
You think?
Long lasting. I'd like to hear back from you.
Don't count on it.
Oh, we should call him.
Interesting at all.
You want to call this guy? We always pick one guy.
He needs to be called.
This is the one, Steven?
Come on, no. Not the
Terry can ask
creepy
more
guy.
about the
I don't know. Steven,
more about the crack.
Steven sounds pretty worked up in his little studio there. Steven wants us to call.
No.
What's his name? Ed?
I think so.
Can be reached at 573.
No, speak down.
Valerie, I really hope.
Yeah, but we can find a statement. That's how it works. Mm-hmm.
Not creepy guy, no.
Terry?
No.
We call back Ed. I don't care what the rest of the calls have to say. Ed's the one who gets a return phone call.
Valerie, I really hope to sincerely hear from you soon. Thank you.
He
To sincerely replay the wants to hear
he
from you.
sounds like the type of guy that when he masturbates, right after he comes, he passes out.
Hi, Valerie. This is Will speaking. First of all, I want to thank you for your reply to my email. And before I forget it at the end, I will leave you my number right now. It's the country code for Germany, which is most likely 0049. Then 8. I hope you read my profile carefully. I'm German, living in Germany. This means my...
What a coincidence, huh?
Read my profile carefully.
My vocabulary is too limited to verbally explain what I would do to you on our first date.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not limited in doing it.
He doesn't want to have a language problem, Terry. He doesn't want to make a fool out of himself.
No.
Heaven forbid, a guy should get on the voicemail and make a fool of himself.
He sounds like he should be riding a camel in the desert.
He wants to make sure he wants to have no translation problems when he tells you he wants to pump
You know what I mean. Well, if you are the person I have in my mind, there will be no limits.
Oh, jeez.
I also was in a long-term relationship, and I perfectly remember a female body, believe me. You call me. And, yeah, meanwhile, take care. Bye-bye.
All right, let me play that. I think we're getting to the call now. Let me find the call of the guy who's figured us out. You ready for this?
Okay. Listen, Valerie, I don't know what's going on here. I've been seeing your ad and everywhere in other cities, and I don't know what kind of you're trying to pull, but it's hurting me. I thought we could work something out and get together, but if you're pulling some kind of stunt, I thought we can hook up and get together, but I don't know what you're trying to pull here with all this other stuff going on. We're emailing back and forth. We've got a little thing going, but then I see your picture and your ads in other cities, and the ads saying you just moved into those cities too. I don't know what kind of you're trying to pull here.
This guy's distraught.
Yeah.
He thought he had a good thing going with Valerie. He was chatting back and forth. Little does he know, with a gay man. And now he's gone. Why would you go? I guess it was only a matter of time before someone went into other cities to see what kind of women were available there.
Sure.
And there he found in Nashville, there he found in Philadelphia, there he found in Las Vegas, there he found in San Diego, Valerie's picture saying, I just moved to the city. Please, yes, contact me so I can make new friends.
He's distraught, this guy.
This guy's really upset when he discovered that he might have been played, and he hasn't even met her yet.
He sounds like the kind of guy that already went out and bought the ring.
Yeah.
See your picture and your ads in other cities, and the ads saying you just moved into those cities too. I don't know what kind of you're trying to pull here, but are you trying to pull some money scheme? Is this some kind of joke to you, or I don't know what you're trying to get out of this. I was getting really excited about meeting you, but now it sounds to me that you're some kind of f***ing fraud, and it's really getting me now. You don't mess with men's heads like that, especially when I thought we had something going here. What it comes down to now is this is the kind of stuff that will hurt you. I will find you. I will track you down, and I will kill you.
Oh,
that kind of shit to people. I could not believe I could not believe it when I saw your ad in other cities. I'm just dumbfounded. Maybe you just caught me at a bad moment, but this is bullshit. I'm pissed.
In bad moments, I want to kill people.
I don't think he's capable of it, though.
This is a nice ringing endorsement for single life on the internet.
Right.
All right, things go awry. I want to kill you.
Yeah.
Bullshit. I'm pissed. I don't know what else to do. But to be honest with you, the way I'm feeling right now, I will hunt you down and kill you. I will f***ing kill you. I'm that upset. But listen, if I am wrong about this, and you really are in Nashville,
And on a side note,
is this guy for real?
Oh my God!
If I am wrong about this, and you really are in Nashville, I'd still love to get together. But I'm not gonna expect to hear from you anytime soon.
Well, it's only a matter of time. Terry, you're Valerie as far as I'm concerned. I'll give you Terry Free's home address.
Oh, no, you won't. No.
She did it. She made us do it. Man.
I think Tiny's right. This guy had already bought the ring.
Right.
He was really into her.
Yeah.
I don't know what gay's writing these people, but they get serious with him.
I guess
he really does.
Gay's got a lot of boyfriends now.
Yeah, he loves it.
First of all, he's in there talking about how she's in other cities. What's he doing looking at other cities anyway for ads? If he found Valerie, the one, when
he's cheating on Valerie. He got what was coming to him as far as you're concerned.
There you go.
Well, nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, you've just witnessed another installment of Yeah. It's always fun. Even when Terry's on the verge of death.
The T-Man.
Go out and look for a job. The word today is job. J-O-B. You hear me?
The world live in no time. Now more of the best of T-Man.
Working my way up into your crotch.
That's the guy you got to call back, Terry.
No.
Thanks to Kilbro. Yeah. But actually, a lot of people are calling up saying they want to call back the crackling voice, hunting down and kill guy.
Oh, the psycho guy?
Yes.
Oh,
It's scary, though.
I think no on both, okay? Because
You don't want to call either one?
Creepy, weird.
That really is what the segment is meant to do, Terry. To make you realize the creepiness that does lie out there.
Yes. It convinced me.
Okay. But, Terry, we have to make the obligatory call to one of the people who called us and were a part of this time around segment of Men with Game. Now, Steven has asked that we call Ed.
Well, you're safer with the ass guy, I think, Terry.
Steven found something special in Ed.
I can really relate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boys.
But I don't know. Maybe Steven gets overruled because one of our key members of the listening audience has a different perspective.
And now, representing butt rockers worldwide, carrying sod from Tacoma to Everett and every city in between, president of the blue collar workers, even though he wears a tank top, here's Dump Truck Guy.
What's happening, man?
Dumpy is requesting from his rig this morning that he be able to call the crackling voice, psycho dude,
Oh, boy.
and get in his face.
Oh, jeez.
Damn right. I'm ready for his action, man.
That gets you off the hook, Terry.
Oh, yeah, it would.
What do you want to say to him, Dumpy?
Man, I want to act like I'm Valerie's new boyfriend. I've been living at her house, and I just happened to got this message from him, and I want to see what he can do about it if I'm in the same city as him. If he wants to kill somebody, he can freaking come and kill me.
All right, maybe we're starting to take Men with Game a little too seriously. What do you think?
Oh,
All right, there's another option for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Now,
Be entertaining.
I don't want to go back on my promise to Steven. I promised Steven we'd call back Ed.
Ed
the masturbator.
But we have Dumpy with a new angle.
Yeah.
Do I go to a lightning pole here?
Oh, God.
Hi, I'm Ed, and I'm a masturbator.
Sure, not the same guy.
Right.
What do we do?
I don't know. Dumpy's idea sounds pretty good, but
But you really
I think
want
Terry's.
Ed, don't you?
I like it when Terry calls him, though.
Let's let the
safer.
listeners decide.
I like the ass guy.
1-866
Yes, ask me.
663 T-Man is the number to call. 1-866 663 T-Man. You want to call back Psycho or call back Ed? The guy sounded really bent out of shape, Terry.
I know
The guy's
that.
voice was like kind of shaky. It was beautiful.
I heard it. And it's-
You knew that call was coming at some point. I can't believe we got through a year of Men with Game calls and no one's figured us out.
Wow.
And he still doesn't know what's going on.
Right.
He just found Valerie's picture everywhere. He's the first guy to go into other cities and see Valerie's picture and call her on it.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a money scheme.
Yeah, right. A money
Some
scheme.
wild. Everyone thinks everything's for money, and it usually is. Ed or Psycho? Let's get the listeners' opinions. You're on the air.
Dumpy.
Dumpy, yes, they want Dumpy to make the call. Ed or Psycho? Hello.
I think the Psycho.
People want the Psycho.
Oh, geez.
Ed or Psycho? Hello.
T-Man and Dumpy and the Psycho.
Dumpy and the Psycho. Sounds like a nice little next move on primetime TV from Jake and the Fat Man.
Dumpy and the
Dumpy and the Psycho. You're on the air.
Good boy.
Hot boy gets the obligatory vote.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
Buddy, every time.
I know it is.
Your vote,
Love
please.
Call the butler and have Dumpy call the Psycho.
Aha, he wants both.
Oh, well.
In other words, you can't have everything in this world.
Right.
We could have called Poop Boy. We'd have called Poop Boy years ago.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
Your vote, please.
Dumpy Psycho.
Wow, it's going to be a landslide.
Yeah.
Your vote, please.
Dumpy called the Psycho.
Oh, you know what? I don't even think on his message, the Psycho, that he leaves his number. He's been chatting so much through emails with Gay/Valerie.
Can you imagine how devastated he'd be if he found out it was gay?
We don't even have the dude's number.
Imagine how psycho he'd go then. That's great.
He says at the end of his message, yeah, if I'm wrong and you are in Nashville,
Right.
I will go out with you, whatever he says, but he doesn't leave his number.
We should have Gay call him.
Gay's not calling these days.
Oh.
I don't know what's wrong with Gay. No, he has some issue.
Okay.
We may have to call Ed by default. I think that is a good choice.
Insert my fingers into...
All right, ready, Ed.
Calm down, big fella.
Working my way up into your crotch, getting you nice and...
Ed's out of control.
It's a romantic word, that crotch.
Dobby, we'll have to wait on Psycho, okay?
No problem, man. Hey, you just call Ed and have Weeman dig up Psycho's number, and I'm right on it.
All right. It's good to know. I think we call Ed. He's all worked up over Valerie. I love the point where Valerie throws something at him that they're not expecting about her after they've had all these visuals in their mind. They almost feel violated just based on certain things that Valerie can bring up. Now, what's that certain thing going to be today? You call Ed. You tell him, of course, you start off by explaining how excited you were to hear his message, and you played it about 16 times already.
And, it just made me...
Hit the spot.
Yeah.
Just tell him how it hit the spot. But then you let Ed know. Then you let Ed become aware of the fact that you have a glass eye.
What?
Yes, let Ed become aware that you have a glass eye, and if you do undergo the wild sex that he's professing you do, that sometimes it pops out.
Oh, my God, come on.
And he'll be responsible to put it back in, or else you won't be able to see crap. How about that? Yeah! No, tell Ed you got a glass eye, and that it sometimes comes out during wild sex like he's proposing.
Okay.
And it's either an option where you could take it out ahead of time, and then convince him to go back to your picture and make him pick out. Tell him that it's the left one. Can't you? You don't notice? That's good. The doctor did a great job.
Okay.
Everybody else notices.
But you're serious. You're not joking. You want to make sure he knows up front, because sometimes guys get upset if you get too far into a relationship and then you spring on them about your glass eye.
Right.
But everything else sounds great.
Right.
Yeah.
But I really want to go to that restaurant.
I love it when my panties are on the table at a restaurant.
Yes.
Or the waiter or waitress.
Waiters don't care that I have a glass eye when I leave my panties behind.
The back of my knees are a real sensitive spot.
Yes.
Guys, see?
Sometimes that's where I put my glass eye when I need... All right, never mind.
Storage?
Yes.
Storage.
And this works out better because I had Ed's number already prepared. So we're ready to go with this. It's all you, Valerie.
Okay.
Do you need a moment to collect yourself?
Can I?
No.
Just,
Live program, Terry. Now, what do I call it? Do I call his work number or cell number? You like cells, right?
I like
okay,
cells.
We'll call cells. Calling in for Valerie. You have any questions, Terry, as to your motivation?
No, I
start off by, again, explaining.
Your message.
I think we connect.
Yes, it really hit the spot.
Yes, you were really pressing my buttons there.
Yes, can't wait
There's
to
something I have to tell you, though, before we get too ahead of ourselves here. Okay?
Right.
And then try to make a date with him.
Okay.
See how inspired he is. Go to restaurants.
Yeah. Maybe he'll say the word crotch again.
Oh, Ed.
Hello.
Ed?
Yeah.
Hi, it's Valerie.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing okay.
Oh, good, I'm so glad I got to talk to you. I wanted to see, I read your email. I heard your voicemail, and it really turned me on. And I have to say, you pressed all the right buttons with me. It hit the spot. Man, I'm telling you. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, and yourself?
Oh, I'm doing great now.
Wonderful.
Yeah? Hey, Ed, I wanted to see if we could maybe actually hook up face to face.
I think we could. Where are you at?
Right now, I'm just riding around in my car. I'm on my way to an appointment.
Uh-huh.
So, so can we possibly get together?
I think so.
Okay, what's your schedule like, kind of, so I can kind of check mine?
Or where are you at? I mean, What city you in?
Right now, I'm traveling, so because I'm working. So, are you working?
Yeah, I can be off today though. This afternoon.
Well, I'm kind of busy with work today, so we'll have to do it for later.
Yeah, anytime. Yeah, I didn't know what you were thinking. You asked me if I was working today, so I wasn't sure.
Okay. Well, before we get together, though, Ed, there's something I need to tell you. Okay. Before we get kind of too ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
I have a glass eye, and if you look at my picture, you should, you might want to take a look if you can pull it back up. It's my left one. So, is that okay?
Yeah, that doesn't bother me at all. Why would that bother me?
Well, I just want to make sure, because sometimes, when in the throes of some wild sex, sometimes it has a tendency to pop out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I can take it out beforehand if you'd like, and.
Oh, I think it'll be okay. Whichever way, I'm sure we'll work it out. That won't bother me.
Oh, good. I can't wait.
Good. So, I don't know, what's good for you?
Well, let me call you back, okay? Okay. And then we'll work it out, okay?
Sure, I'm glad to hear from you. I didn't think I was going to.
Okay, Ed. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
All right.
Glass eye never stopped a man. Jeez. Wow.
Never stopped anybody, dude.
Gotta love him.
I can work that out.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Hey, glass eye, glass ass, who cares?
Wonder how far he could have pushed the guy.
No,
I got a glass skull. How's that?
He's like, I got a phone call back. That's all that's important to me.
Man.
How far we could have gone, I wonder.
He wasn't phased.
No.
He's like, okay.
It pops out, Ed.
Did you not hear me, by the way?
I can take it out ahead of time. You know he's running for that picture right now.
I know he is.
We should put Valerie's picture, the one that's getting all these guys crazy. We should put the picture up on our website so people know what's getting these men all in a tizzy.
He's looking at a picture going, boy, medical science is unbelievable.
Yeah. She said left one? Let me see. My left hand is over here. Oh, jeez. You gotta love Ed. Let's give Ed a round of applause. Boy, you know what Ed's gonna be. I figured you out. I'm gonna hunt you down, and I'm gonna kill you and leave your glass eye on the side of the road.
The T-Man. I could get upset. Things could get out of hand.
This little package, the best of the T-Man show, continues.
Close my eyes and bring my mind to ease, visioning myself on a beach of quietness and walking through the whirls of the wind, carrying me down the shoreline. Opening my arms, I spin and dance with the wind, feeling free and my soul uplifting.
There's a past legendary Men with Game caller.
Right.
It's like we've done it enough time now we can go through the legends of Men with Game.
The best of.
Al the Dribbler is a legend.
Yes, he is.
As Ed someday may become. Glass eye sounds great. When do you want to get out? When do you want to get together? I can leave work right now.
I know.
Can you hear the dude ready to leave work right now?
Yes.
He sounds like a good guy, though.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
He's not into looks. He doesn't care.
All right, what do you have? Let's get back to a couple of stories that you have on your huge pile of stuff over there, Terry, and we'll get to some calls. We have to call, find out what the hell's wrong with Gay. All I know is that I don't need pages like I got last night from Hotshot Scott.
Uh-huh.
He's worried about Gay because he's trying to contact him. We tried to contact him on the show either, yesterday or the day before. I can't even remember. And he doesn't answer his phone, which is very rare.
Yes.
We know he's not working. So Scott pages me saying Gay has not been heard from in over 24 hours.
Oh.
And we don't want to let a Lane Staley thing happen here, where no one talks to him for 2 weeks and then they find him, whatever.
Right.
Now, what happened? Did Lane Staley kill himself?
Yeah, he did, but he was in his apartment for 2 weeks before.
Now, Gay knows he has enough going for himself. Everyone should know they have enough going for themselves. You shouldn't commit suicide.
Right.
But it is weird not to hear from him, that one of you hasn't heard from him.
So he gets me all nervous. So I call Greg, the internet guy who does Gay's website.
Uh-huh.
And I say, did you talk to him? And he says, yes. I talked to him last night, and he was just about to go out with a bunch of guys. And I said, that's all I need to know.
Okay.
He just gets down when he goes out, and he thinks the going out scene, because he never did it for the first 30 years of his life, is hookup central.
Right.
That every time you go out, you're supposed to hook up. And when he goes out and he doesn't hook up, he gets all depressed. What the hell? Get realistic.
Yeah. Yeah.
999 times out of 1,000 times you go out, you leave disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long drive or walk home. Usually the latter. So answer your phone. Dysfunctional family member number 3.
Maybe that's why he's upset.
Yeah, that could be. He doesn't like being number 3.
Well, he should have ran in the race.
Well.
Oh.
What?
How are you, Gay?
I'm fine.
You had us worried last night. You had us concerned to the point where we were going to send Pasty over to your house to see if you were okay.
What, so we can knock on the wrong door again?
That's how much we care about you, Gay.
We do.
That's how much we consider you a friend, that even outside of the show's time, we're all scurrying, trying to figure out where the hell you were.
You don't need to.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
You don't sound fine.
Now, you know, Gay, that if you sit here and keep saying nothing, when we know there's something
You went
wrong.
out, and you didn't hook up. You didn't bring.
Happens every time.
You didn't bring 9 guys back to your place all wanting to do you.
Whatever.
What do you expect when you go out?
To have a good time.
Did you have a good time?
Yes.
All right. Then why did you then all of a sudden get so depressed?
It's none of your business.
I have people on the chat lines or calling on the phone lines that said they spoke to you on the chat lines and you started bad-mouthing us. And some of the things you were writing.
Oh, some of the things. Yeah, I don't think so.
Are you there, sir? 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 I'm a guy. This guy says he was talking to you on the chat line and you said some disparaging things about us.
Great. Let him say what he... Let him repeat what I said.
Are you there, dude? Supposedly he's there. He's got his radio up. I can hear it in the background. I want to hear what Gay said.
I want to hear what I said, too.
Pick up your phone, dude! Hello? Is he there? Oh, I think he hung up. Oh. All right, never mind then, good. Yeah, you're off the hook. Yeah. Are you all right?
I don't talk bad about the show.
You just talk bad about us individually.
Yeah, the show's fine.
What? You said you had a good time when you went out, then what's the problem?
Again, it's none of your business.
Well, as your friend, as all of us being your friends, isn't it our business on a friend-to-friend basis because we care?
No, it's not.
We want to help.
Yes.
We want to take you to a better place. Tell us what the problem is. It's exactly what I said. You didn't hook up. You had a good time, but you didn't hook up, so now you're so down about yourself.
Yeah, I know where you guys want to take me, and I'm not going there.
Where do we want to take you?
Never mind. I'm not talking about this.
Why do you sound so sullen? I think you're also upset that your unemployment insurance is starting to run out and you're not going to be getting paid. And you're starting to realize that it's job time. Is this the first way you want Pittsburgh to hear you? This is all I know about the gay phone operator right now.
You're the one that called me. You're the one that brings it up.
Are you upset that Pappy hasn't called?
How many times do I have to tell you I really don't care if he calls?
So what's going to lift your spirits, Gay?
Nothing right now.
It means so much to us that your spirits get lifted. We want to know what it takes. Party platter?
Yeah, do you want it to be lifted?
Yeah, I do.
Then what is it going to take?
I don't know.
What's wrong with you?
I'm not complaining about anything, so I don't need any crap from anybody else. You called me. I'm not complaining.
That's because we called because we're concerned.
I understand that, but you know what? Listeners don't get that. They just think I'm bitching about stuff, and I'm not.
Well, you haven't talked to anyone for like 48 hours.
I'm not bitching, am I?
You're not bitching about anything right now. No.
No, and I haven't for the last couple of days, so I don't need people saying that I am.
All right, so we're getting nowhere then, huh?
There's nothing to tell you.
All right. Later, man.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
Put a smile on that face, man.
What are you going to do with him?
I don't know. We try.
Is it not like we're trying to the point where, what do you do?
Well, I know, and the thing is...
Get
that
happy.
If it scares me to think that if we didn't call to check on him, then nobody would. And like you said, I don't want anything bad to happen. Where
You barely made fun of him, too. So
Yeah,
How do you make fun of someone when they're that low?
I know.
Usually there's something to work with where he giggles for a second.
Right. He was not giggling.
He's at the point where you can't even help the man. All right, let's take another call.
Okay.
1-866-663-T-Man. You're on the air.
I wanted to ask you something.
Okay, who's this?
My name is Susie,
And where are you calling from, love?
the Tri-Cities.
The Tri-Cities. Which one to be precise?
Well, Kennewick.
Kennewick.
Well, but I'm in Richmond right now.
All right, your phone is breaking up. Can you get to a better area, or you want me to put you on hold, or what? What are you doing?
She's digging a tunnel.
Man, jeez. How can I lift your spirits? What can I do for you?
Okay. Well, you guys, I was listening to you call people today on the phone playing little jokes.
Are you speaking into the phone?
I'm talking into my hands-free.
Your hands-free? No, we don't do hands-free. I'm not Charlie of Charlie's Angels here. Pick up the handset.
Yes.
Okay, just a second.
All right. I'll wait.
I know you.
Okay, is that better?
Oh, hello.
Oh,
Welcome to the program. Welcome to our lives.
Lifted our spirits.
Man.
Look at us all.
What can we... Your name is Susie?
Yes.
Okay, and what can we do for you?
Okay. Last night, my best friend and I, well, it was her birthday, so we were drinking. And
It needs to be her birthday for you to drink? Something tells me that's not the case. All right, go ahead. Get to the highlights, because I got a lot of people waiting. Give me the abridged version of the story.
she called my brother pretending to be some girl, and she just made up a name. And he thought he knew her, and so they decided to meet at a bar, and she didn't show up, and he got mad, and he told me about it, and I started laughing, and he goes, "Was it you guys?" And he got mad. That wasn't mean to do, was it?
That is the meanest thing a sister can do to her brother. That is the kind of thing that makes a brother start wanting to, well, let me put it in certain terms.
I will kill you. That upset. But listen, if I am wrong about this and you really are in Nashville...
Okay, that point doesn't apply. How does a sister... I'm sure it started out as a joke, but at some point you got to recognize that the brother is totally falling for it, and you have to stop the procession of these lies and not let him go to the. He went to a place to meet this supposed woman out.
Yes.
See, being a little brother, Terry, this hurts. Being a little brother who had no girls interested in him at all, I relate with this too much. You're a mean older sister. Yes, you are. And if you've come on the air trying to exonerate yourself from any guilt, you can think twice about that, honey.
Okay.
She's fine with it.
The brother got all cologned up.
No, he was already out.
But he went to a different location thinking he was going to meet someone, possibly get laid, and then he sits there like an idiot waiting for someone to show, and nobody shows?
Nobody showed.
And again, I'm sure it started out as a joke.
Right.
It could have been stopped somewhere along the way before they got to the point where he starts driving and getting all giddy in his head about meeting this woman who totally wants him. And she wants to know if that's mean.
That's a harmless little thing.
That's bad karma coming your way, due and owing to you. All right? Is that good to think about now that you're going about your day? That you have bad karma that's owed to you?
Oh, that's okay.
All right.
It was a payback.
Payback for what? For all those years he molested you? Well, I'm sorry about that.
It was still wrong.
Sisters.
Oh, don't you love them?
They're evil, Terry!
Oh, they are not.
But listen, if I am wrong about this and you really are in Nashville, I'd still love to get together. But I'm not gonna expect to hear from you anytime soon.
Usually death threats aren't the way to go.
I will kill you. That upset. But
how do you throw it, I will kill you, but...
I know. Just in case.
A little footnote.
To be honest with you, the way I'm feeling right now, I will hunt you down and kill you. I will kill you.
Nice.
That upset. But...
But
1-866-663-T-Man is the number to call. 1-866-663-T-Man. Hello, you're on the air. Hello?
Yes.
Yes, sir. It's your turn. Go ahead.
Well, I think I know what Gay's problem is.
Yes.
He wouldn't be happy unless he was miserable.
Oh! What a psych... Oh! gynecologist we have now joining us on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Keith from Seattle.
I love a nice 15-year-old who's mastered already a degree in psychology. How old are you, Keith?
28.
28?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you tell Gay his problem. Hang on.
Jeez. See, I think this is what I'm...
How far behind are we? Way?
What's that?
Never mind. Like he's going to answer me.
Right.
Coco, is he cute?
This is what upsets Gay, I think.
Yeah. Gay maybe needs to hear this. Maybe this guy knows more than we do.
Hello.
Gay, I'm glad you sound so much better.
Yeah, we really had an impact.
Callers are as concerned as we are, and they're coming to their own conclusions about you. Now we have Tommy. What's your name?
Keith.
Keith.
Tommy.
On the line, and Keith would like to share something that he's figured out about you with you.
Okay.
Say hi to Keith.
Hi, Keith. How you doing, Gay?
Okay, do you have to work this hard to sound so sad, or what? Does this take an effort to make yourself sound so sullen, or what?
What do you want?
Oh, jeez. Keith, go ahead.
Gay, I think you wouldn't be happy unless you were miserable. It's great that you know me so well you can make that judgment. It's just an observation. Thanks for the observation. Anytime.
Is that it?
That's it.
He's out of pages in his textbook.
That was a quick session.
They're both just sitting there?
Yeah.
That's it. I was waiting for a response, but I'm fine.
Gay's waiting for a response.
He doesn't know me well enough to judge me, so
What is he wrong about?
I don't like being miserable.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we get you non-miserable? You want me to send Keith over?
He just needs to loosen up, let himself have some fun.
He hung up?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Well,
I don't know what I can't I thought I had this dude figured out.
I know.
I don't know if he wants, like, the attention. I don't know. I hate to say that.
I know.
Or maybe he has gotten to a point where he's really ill. And then that's out of our hands, because I'm not a doctor here, even though I play one on the radio.
Right.
Pasty!
Get in the car.
Go over to Gay's house and force feed fun on him.
Force feed fun?
When you think fun, you think pasty.
I think this all stems from Pappy Terry. I hate to say it.
Good.
I tried. Maybe it was the worst move that I ever did, trying to get them to, after 10 years of no communication,
Oh, man, stop.
to reunite as father and son. But I don't know. Pasty! What are you still sitting there for? You think I'm joking? Get in your vehicle. He's like, I did. I thought you were joking. I'm not joking. Get in your Pasty Dave the Virgin vehicle.
Take a beach ball or something along with you.
Tiny, you're a fun guy. You're
not at Gay's house.
I'm not asking anything like that, but you're a fun guy. I mean, you see Tiny, you have fun.
Right, absolutely.
Tiny, get in the Pasty Dave the Virgin vehicle. We'll do you good. And go over to Gay's house and force feed fun on the man, would you please?
Bring that blow up sheep over there.
For a fellow listener. It's all for a fellow listener.
Yes.
Maybe, I don't know if this is the right move, Terry, but it's the only move we know how to try to lift his spirits.
Yes.
Pasty and Tiny coming over your place will do wonders, in my opinion.
Of course.
My son turned 10 just the other day. He said, thanks for the ball, Dad. Come on, let's play. Can you
like a girl!
Oh, I said, not today. I got a lot to do. He said, that's okay. And he walked away, but he smiled.
Luckily, you don't live far away.
Yeah.
They're not coming in.
We're sending visitors to your place. Why won't you let a fellow listener like Tiny in?
Because there's no reason to.
There's every reason to. Listen to you. Do you hear what you sound like this morning?
They're bringing the party to you, Gay.
You're gonna have fun if it kills you!
Shut up and have fun, would you?
We'll have a good time then.
You want us to believe there's no hope? You want us to believe there's nothing we can do to help you? Is that what you want us to believe?
I didn't say that.
You want to hear from Broke Paula, who's battled depression in her life? Broke,
Hi.
say hi to our fellow down listener.
Well, I've talked to him on the phone, and I've emailed him, but he never emails me back. And I'd just like to say, you got a choice. Be
Paula,
happy
I would
or...
email you back. I haven't gotten any email from you.
Excuse me?
I haven't gotten any email from you. I would have emailed you back, and you know that.
Yeah, right.
Paul, I've talked to you enough on the phone at my house. You should know that I would email you back.
I did email you. I'm not trying to start a confrontation here.
Well, I'm not either.
I'm
but
just
you
supporting
should know me well
you.
You should know me well enough to know that I would email you back, Paula.
Supporting you in what you're going through too. You got to make a choice to be happy.
I want to be happy, Paula.
Well, then be happy. It's a minute-by-minute thing.
Well, we're sending Tidy and Pasty over, Paula.
Well, that'll do it.
It worked for Paula.
The odd couple.
I will.
Send them over to Paula.
All right, bad thing to play.
Oh, jeez.
All right, Gay. Thank you, Paula.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
And as I hung up the phone, it occurred to me.
What?
He'd grown up just like me.
You're gay, too?
My boy was just like me.
Oh, no!
One more time.
Right now, I will hunt you down and kill you.
Boy, who's the man on the moon? When you're coming home, son, I don't know when, but we'll get together then.
I will f***ing kill you.
I have a good time there.
If it tells you!
That upset. But listen, if I am wrong about this and you really are in Nashville, I'd still love to get together. But I'm not gonna expect to hear from you anytime soon.
The T-Man.
Do you have any mental problems, sir?
The world famous.
Time. Now more of the best of T-Man.
Pasty!
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, my God.
I think they're getting high.
Yeah.
Pasty!
Yes, sir.
Where are you?
We are a couple blocks away here from Gabe's
See, they're having fun already. Too bad Gay's not
Yeah.
in the picture yet. But you're a couple blocks away from his home?
Yeah, a couple blocks away.
Man, you're taking your own sweet time, aren't you?
Yes, we are. No, we need a little gas on the way. We're almost there, though.
Is that code?
Yes, it is.
Very good. We'll check back with you in a couple of seconds when you get there, all right?
Sounds good.
Make sure you're breaking the fun.
Oh, the fun's coming.
Right.
Just stopped off and gotten some balloons and stuff. Party
All right.
favors.
We'll continue to take calls, and we will for the entire last hour of this program. Anything you want to talk about is fair game. You know how it works. Anything on your mind. There is nothing off limits. And the number, as always, as usual, is free. 1-866-663. Sounds so ridiculous. T-Man is free. You're on the air. Hello. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hi.
Hi. T-Man?
Yes.
I think what you're doing with Gay is a real bad idea.
And what's that? Bringing over the fun?
Yeah. Speaking from somebody who's been in his shoes about a year ago.
Right.
I spent about 3 months where I didn't come out of my apartment.
Mm-hmm.
You can't cheer him up. His brain just isn't working that way right now.
So what should I do? Leave him alone? Ignore him?
No, don't ignore him.
How do I deal with this, doctor?
Well, first of all, I think you're probably making him feel even more ashamed than he already is.
So I should leave him alone is what you're saying. I shouldn't talk to him. I should let him go.
You shouldn't manipulate
Let the fellow
him.
family member go. I'm not manipulating him, sir. He's our friend. We were calling him last night just like we're calling him this morning. We happen to be on the air right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I would say don't call him on the
All
air.
right, we won't call him then. You don't want me to call him? I won't call him. Should I stop the fun from going over? Should I stop them right now?
You can't stop the fun, no matter how hard you try.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, sir. You give the orders, and we'll tell the fun to come back here. Is that what you want? Hold on. Hey, Fun, are you there? I think
Fun's here.
I think Fun's punching into his apartment building right now.
Yes, Fun's ready to come in if that's okay.
Fun's ready to come in.
Fun?
Yes.
You're outside the building, Fun?
Yes, sir.
What's all that noise?
That's me trying to scroll through the numbers to try to find the number here to Gay.
You don't know it yet?
You don't know it by heart?
Well, you can't just type in a number.
Wait, hold on before you scroll through the numbers. What's your name, sir?
Charlie.
Okay, man, not named Charlie. Right. Charlie, you give the orders, and the Fun will come back here. You're not sure, are you?
Maybe this is Wally.
Are you?
No, I'm not, but I am sure of one thing.
Yes.
What's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is that our friend finds himself in trouble, and we feel we could have helped the situation. I don't know what my biggest fear is. I don't want to think in those terms.
Okay, I thought your biggest fear was finding out that he wasn't alive anymore.
Can we come upstairs, please?
That was one that we were concerned about a tiny bit yesterday. Right? Isn't that why you paged me?
Absolutely. Oh, he's a guy not in great health. He's not, mentally, he's a little unstable, so I was worried.
Okay. For me, when everybody was coming, knocking on my door, trying to get me out of my apartment, trying to cheer me up, it just made me feel more and more ashamed, and suicide became more and more of a possibility. And I don't think that's what you want.
Well, the fun is already in the building. Sorry, Charlie. Bye.
Sorry, Charlie.
Fun!
Fun needs to get to a landline, okay?
Fun! Get to a landline, Fun!
Yes, sir.
Oh, I can hear you good. Where are you?
We just got up the elevator. We were in the elevator.
Really?
He let you in?
He let you
Did he let you in?
Yeah.
He did.
Say that.
He
Say that.
He wants the fun.
Charlie didn't have a doorman that acts as your, whatever.
Buffer.
Yes.
Hey, I got the right door.
Welcome to Fun, Gay.
Hey, buddy. Upper.
What's up?
And you live good for unemployed man.
Gay is impressing Tiny with his apartment.
Yes.
He's got a nice pad.
He's got a good pad. He's got nice furniture. He's got a big place.
Yes.
I got some fun in my boxes called a supercalifragisticexpialidocious story.
All right, that's where we let them have their own time for a second. Okay. We'll check in on them in a little bit. I think
Oh, boy.
maybe that's just what Gay needs for all I know. I don't know. For medicinal purposes.
Yeah, of course.
What do you have on your pile? Oh, I promised phone calls.
You did, but I have a story for you if you'd like.
Medicinal purposes. Boy, I'm sad, too.
A story about a mother who offered other kids $7 an hour to play with her 4-year-old autistic son. She put up an ad in a little shop window offering these other children. She's trying to find a friend. $7 an hour. Also...
No, one is enough. I want to go to calls, but why? Where is this job opening?
Well... It was. She's a British mother. And her child. He's 4. He's autistic, and so.
Why would she do that? Why would she want? First of all, autistic children. Perhaps the main part of the illness is that you don't relate well with others. You don't force other children on them.
Well, she was trying to.
What does she want? This kid to drop toothpicks for him and let him count? I don't understand.
Well, the people for the autistic are not real happy with the Britain's National Autistic Society was not real happy with the fact that she did that either. They didn't think it was too good of an idea.
I think it's a bad idea.
Although she was just, she was just trying. She said to make her son happy and
have him have friends.
Yes,
at $7 an hour.
$7 an hour.
I think I'm in.
Yeah, you think you get benefits with that, or?
Yeah. You're on the air. Hello.
T-Man.
Yes, go ahead.
Hey, T-Man, my name's Rick.
How you doing, Ricky?
Hey, I'm all right, bud.
What's
that thing about that sister that did that to her brother, man, that was messed up.
Yes.
Wasn't it?
I agree.
Well, weren't you doing the same thing with Valerie?
With Valerie?
Yeah, you get these guys all pissed off. This guy wants to kill someone.
Yeah, but we're not blood relatives, so thank you for the call. The key there to me was that this was a sibling. This was her blood. She's sitting there letting her brother make an idiot of himself and feel like crap. Yeah, it's one thing if some stranger pulls a gag on you, and honestly, 99.99% of the people that subject themselves to men with game don't know that they were. Ignorance is bliss. They don't know they were part of some elaborate scheme put together in the concocted, twisted minds of us.
Harmless fun.
Harmless fun.
In other cities, I'm just dumbfounded.
Except this guy. He's the 0.1%.
I will kill you.
See, just fun, man.
And if I was his sister,
yes,
I'd feel bad. Fun?
Yes, sir.
Something tells me that they're not cheering him up. He's bringing them down. Because Pasty's tone just went down a notch.
What's up?
You better order 2 party platters, man, if you guys are going to hit that.
What's going on there?
The party's here, man. We're having fun.
Is he feeling any better?
Not really. He's sitting on the couch kind of looking down.
What are you doing?
So at least he's in the same room with you guys, though.
Hello.
Gay, are you enjoying the fun?
Oh, it's tremendous.
Do you want the fun to leave?
I don't care. I mean,
Don't you like having visitors?
usually.
But not today?
No.
Do you want them to leave?
I don't care. Whatever you want.
Someone's having fun.
They're singing YMCA for you, Gay.
Yeah.
Are you participating?
No, I'm not.
Why not?
Because.
Well,
Stand up.
what's got you down?
People that call me when I'm trying to talk to you get me down. Frickin' idiot.
Well, if you don't start having fun in the next little while, I'm going to give out one bit of your home address
You know what? Give it out. They
Per
can give it
minute.
anyways. I don't care anymore.
The first lucky number in Gay's home address is 5. The first lucky number is 5.
I give it out all the time. Nobody ever comes over.
Oh, man. All right, we'll check back in on the fun a little bit.
God, these are singing and everything.
Where to go now? You're on the air. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, who's this?
This is Rudy.
What can I do for you, Rudy?
Hey, T, I'm heading to Vegas tomorrow. I just set up a bachelor party for my best friend's White, and the last time I was there, I was
Your best
under
friend's
21.
White?
I think his best friend's Dwight.
Oh, Dwight, yes.
Yeah,
And
last time I was in Vegas, I was under 21, and I just set this whole thing up, and I was just wondering, since you're the consummate man down in Vegas, you've been down there, I thought you could let me know
I'm a
where to go.
regular. Where to go? You're not gonna have an in-room kind of bachelor party?
Well, if you think that'd be the best thing to do.
There you go. Have an in-room bachelor party. You can get suites pretty reasonable at the Rio. It's off the Strip. It's a perfect location for your little prostitution little team to come on in.
And that's where they know.
Yeah, make the bachelor party happen. If not, stay home and just go to Chuck E. Cheese.
You know he's right. The T-Man Show. This is The Gorge.
You're listening to the Best of T-Man. The T-Man will be back on live in no time. Now more of the Best of T-Man.
He's a 6-month-old baby boy. A source tells us that they think that the baby was conceived and delivered naturally by Michael's second wife, Debbie Rowe.
Did you hear about this, Terry? Michael Jackson's had a child for the past 6 months.
Yeah.
And the tabloids weren't even all over it.
Wow.
He was able to have a child in private, they're saying now. They're discovering that Michael's had his third kid, I think.
By Michael's second wife, Debbie Rowe.
Right.
They've since
He's still screwing that lady.
Wow.
They've since divorced, but that she's the mother.
Rowe is also the mom of Michael's other 2 children, 4-year-old Paris Michael and 5-year-old Prince Michael. This infant's name is reportedly Prince Michael II.
Wow, he's coming up with his own royal family.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Prince Michael II.
Oh, jeez.
He's been hiding kids at his house for years. I guess he's good at this.
Got the learning curve down, huh?
Because no one discovered until now that Michael had a baby a few months back.
Another bizarre element in this whole thing is that when Michael talks about this new baby, he calls him number 3 or the third because it's his third child.
Kids for you? Not right now. Michael denied he was adding to his family when E.T. spoke to him in April, but the baby would have already been a few months old. His first public appearance with the child was in late July. Backstage in Las Vegas, he introduced his latest addition to Siegfried and Roy.
Wow.
E.T. contacted Michael's representative, who refused to comment on his personal life.
Everything he does is just weird.
Yeah.
Everything he has to do has to have an element of weirdness. The first people that he's known to introduce his children to, Siegfried and Roy. Why would he do that? Make him disappear.
Here's another little boy for you.
Right. Siegfried and Roy. What I want to know is who wins the fight between Siegfried and Michael.
It's a tough one.
Even if Roy can tag team in.
Yes.
Who wins the fight?
There's a bunch of guys, huh?
Yes.
Then throw Macaulay Culkin in there. And woo.
Webster.
Yeah.
It's WrestleMania.
So he's got a third kid now. 3 biological children Michael Jackson
Yes, and
has had.
Wow. With Debbie Rowe, right? Jeez.
2 out of the 3 kids will be in rehab.
Yeah, no.
That's the over-under.
2 out of 3?
You want over or under, Steven?
I'll take over.
Really?
What else do you have there, Terry? What else is going on?
I got a story about a passenger who stripped naked and tried to storm the cockpit of an Air France flight. Then they had to make an emergency landing.
Yeah, not a good move these days.
No, it happened.
You wanted to storm the cockpit naked, you should have done it over a year ago.
Right.
Back then, it was very acceptable. It was part of the flight fun.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Yeah, come on, put your clothes on. Oh, well, he's got it off too. I guess it's okay then. Right.
Unfortunately, it happened. They had to make
country now. Just want to talk about gay.
Although I think listener Charlie may have a good point. I think that in our experience with Gay, knowing him, that he does like the attention in situations like this.
So?
Or it seems.
He's enabled himself to get his fire fanned. Huh?
That's right.
Yes.
Fanny.
He's worked it perfectly again. Well, let's check in on the fun. How's the fun doing over there, Pacey?
Oh, the party has started over here.
Really? Well, what's happening now?
Well, we got some CDs out, and we started going through them. We found some good dance music that we wanted to play, and popped it in the CD player, and we're still sitting on the couch.
Is he
So we got some
sounding
music
like he's
going.
having a good time, or what?
Yeah, no, Tiny's definitely lightening up the mood a little bit and putting a smile on his
He's
face.
smiling?
Yes, he is.
Okay, good.
That's a good sign.
Ask him if he wants to come over here, and we can really make the fun happen for him. We can, what can we do? We play games.
Order a party platter.
Conga lines.
Hey, we got a party platter being delivered to the station if you'd like to come down right now.
Oh.
See?
Get out that
Well,
car.
they're with the party mood.
Put him on the line.
Okay. Hello.
You don't want to come down and visit with Terry and Hotshot and everyone?
Not really.
Why?
Do you want me to come down?
We'd like you to come down, yes.
Come on.
Why don't you hop in Pasty Mobile, and come back with Tiny? All right? We'll see you in a little bit.
And bring the dance CDs.
Okay. Yes.
Wow, he's on the road to recovery if he's coming down.
Oh, yeah. Want another story for you?
Go ahead, Terry.
Okay.
Bring us all down.
Thanks, Steven. A 21-year-old student was arrested on charges of voyeurism and invasion of privacy after a camera was found in the girls' volleyball team's locker room. It happened in Valparaiso.
Valparaiso, yes.
Mhm.
Dudes are into
University.
volleyball chicks these days,
I
huh?
know. What's going on?
Man! That's the second, third story I've heard the past month about guys obsessed with volleyball women.
Yeah. One of the players found the little camera.
Mm-hmm. At Valparaiso, which I think is a religious college.
Wow.
It's usually where it happens. That's what you get. All that force-fed religion will eventually make you act out.
He was born in the bayou.
Eating a ham sandwich.
With a golden spoon. With golden teeth.
I think romantic is just sitting down and what a like this.
He's a guy looking for Miss Do-Right. And in the meantime, f***ing everybody inside.
Yeah.
He's high on life. And probably something else, too. And now, the most romantic man in the land.
Just chilling.
He's the ham sandwich guy.
A man who never has to be talked into a good mood. Hammy!
What's happening, everybody? What's the breakdown for the day, man?
I don't know. You tell us. What's happening?
Oh, man, I ain't been outside yet, but the minute I step outside the door, I'm hoping that I'm going to have some fun today.
So where are you calling from?
I think I'm... I think I'm out here in Auburn somewhere.
See, Hammy hasn't had the most tremendous of all people track records that the world has ever seen, and yet he has the optimistic point of view. He expects to walk out the door and find the fun.
Well, when you don't know what city you're in, it's hard to have a bad day.
Right! Where are you right now?
I guess somewhere out here in Auburn somewhere.
Yeah, but you're inside. You're at your place? Whose place?
Oh,
jeez.
Somebody else's place.
Hammy, did you hook up last night?
Nah, I ain't hooked up last night. I just played with it last night.
You played with it?
Yeah.
It's good enough for me.
But just for a short period of time, though.
If you had the right woman in your mind.
I had a bad day with the animals yesterday, too.
Mm-hmm.
I had one dog that peed on me.
Oh, jeez.
And
Builds character, Hammy, trust me.
And Big Spence took me to this other person's house, and man, this dude had the biggest fat cat I ever seen, and he said, "Don't touch the cat."
Well, he shouldn't talk about his wife that way, but that's interesting stuff. 1-866-663-T-Man, you're on the air.
Hey, what's up, T-Man?
How are you, sir?
Hey, I'm doing good.
What can we do for you?
Man, I just called. I wanted to make a comment about that guy. What did he call himself? Charles?
Charlie, maybe. I don't know what.
Dr. Phil wannabe?
Yes.
Man, he's got it all wrong, man.
What's wrong?
Gay is, he has got to be working hard to sound that depressed. I'm sorry. But I think you guys are doing the right thing by forcing the phone
Well,
on.
thank you very much for saying that. Listen, no more calls on gay. I want to take phone calls, but there has to be other things going on in people's minds today. There's a ban on gay. You're on the air. Hello. 1-866-663-T-Man. I would like to end the program with a lot of phone calls, Terry, but I'm getting reluctant.
Okay.
Everyone has to give their spin on gay. Gay would like to get his spin on you.
Right.
Fuck gay. Let's talk about Ed.
What about Ed?
Hey, I want to know if that chick's going to call him back.
She already called him.
Again, though.
Now Ed wants action. You can't call Ed back now. Ed's still in with the glass eye falling out of the face.
She's got to call back, dude. Play
And
with
say
his mind
what?
some more.
How he plays with his mouth. I also got a wood leg. I also have burns on 90% of my body.
She's got stories. You know she can come up with some stories.
All right, I'm starting to feel like Ed's a nice guy. It's hard to mess with a guy who's willing to screw a woman with a glass eye that falls out during very intense sex.
Right.
Ed, I just got terribly burned in my apartment building. 90% of my body is in pretty much a crisp right now.
Ask him to send you some money or something.
Well, can you come over?
Yeah, I can leave work.
Right!
Jeez.
Ed is a gung-ho guy.
Yeah.
Ready to leave work at the drop of a vagina.
Oh, gosh.
You're on the air. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gentleman, I'm assuming, right?
No, it's a girl.
Oh, it's a woman.
Yes.
All right. And you've had a whirlwind lesbonic romance.
Yes.
And how long have you known her?
Since the beginning of the year.
All right. So it's been a good, solid 7 or 8 months that you two have hit it off.
Yeah.
All right. What's the problem now?
She doesn't call me at all.
That's always fun for the romance.
Works out really well.
You're always making the phone calls.
Well, not anymore.
Because you're not going to sit around and let somebody dictate the relationship?
Exactly.
And you there to pick up the scraps? You don't care if it's a lesbian relationship. The same rules apply, right? You want to be romanced, too.
Exactly.
All right, so you move on now. You move on to someone who's more worthy of your lesbonic time, right?
Well, you know what? Everybody tells me that my problem is I always look for straight girls.
Huh?
Or girls that are bisexual or think that they're bisexual.
Uh-huh. So you like the straight lesbians. That puts your odds at finding someone significant a little bit lower, don't you think?
You know what? I don't go out to gay clubs because I'm more into the feminine girls. I don't like,
You like lipstick lesbians.
Yes.
Yes, you like the glamorous lesbians.
Exactly.
Now, are you, so you like to be the boyfriend in the relationship, if you will? Because in every lesbian relationship, yes, there is still the boyfriend and the girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess you could say that.
You like the woman that you're with to be more feminine than you are.
Yes.
Aha. So what's so hard about that? There are a lot of feminine lesbians that like a nice, I hate to use an insulting word, so I'll just throw out dyke type and hope for the best.
Throw that in the hat and see what happens.
Yes. Let's throw that up the flagpole and see if you salute.
They're like a nice park ranger.
Right.
Is what it comes down to.
There you have it.
Well, because they're hard.
Huh?
It's because they're defined.
They're what? They're
hard to find.
Hard to find. You're having trouble finding lipstick lesbians
Yes.
for your relationship.
Yeah, so if you want to help me out,
Oh, so you're using me as just Pimp Daddy T-Man, huh? I'm supposed to assist you in finding a lipstick lesbian.
Exactly.
Well, aren't there places where women who are seeking lipstick lesbians can go?
Well, that's what she was saying. She said she doesn't like to go to the clubs and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So she's
I go clubbing. But I just don't go to gay clubs because I'm not interested in like bull dykes.
I see.
Well, I don't think that's all that goes
So there are
there.
no lipstick lesbian type clubs.
If there was, I'd be there. Can't find one. I'd look.
So then we have to realize this woman has a difficult time finding the woman that are her type.
Exactly. And this is not the only time this has happened. This has happened ever since I was 15 years old.
All right. Well, hang on. We'll go to the random ringing phone lines and see what we can find. How about that?
All right.
See how willing I am to work with you?
Thank you.
Don't even mention it. Anything for a park ranger. You're on the air. Hello.
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh, hi. Okay, I called a few months ago, and you and Terry and everyone were saying we could call and ask you guys whatever.
Hey, Terminator.
So,
What's her name?
Wow.
Transformer. Converter.
Converter.
Does she sound cute enough for you?
no, I am so not gay.
Oh. Well, then thanks for the
There's
call.
nothing wrong with being gay.
No, I know. My sister is. I really don't care. But
What a small world, huh?
My best friend's gay.
My father's gay.
no, my father's not.
Okay, well, we're looking for a gay lipstick lesbian. You're not one?
No, I'm not.
Okay, we'll get to your call at another time. I'm sorry. Take care. You're on the air. Hello.
Yeah, I want to talk to T-Man. I'm visiting from Arizona.
All right, hang on. We'll get him for you. You're on the air. Hello.
Hi, I just wanted to talk to you about your comments about cross country yesterday.
Mm-hmm. All right, hang on. We'll get the T-Man for you. You're on the air. Hello. Now I understand your problem, converter.
We can't find one either.
I can't find a lipstick lesbian. Usually doesn't take it more than 3 or 4 calls,
Right,
Terry.
I know.
You're on the air. Hello.
Hey, how's it going? Are you kidding me? I'm on the air right now.
Does he sound cute enough for you? We are looking for a lipstick lesbian for our new friend, the converter. Time is short, and so am I, so let's get it moving.
Yes, a wake up, ladies.
You're on the air. Hello. You're on the air. Hello.
Poop boy wears lipstick.
You're on the air. Hello.
Why would somebody want a gay girl?
Huh? Yes. Elaborate on your point, please.
Yes.
No, that's really elaborating.
Yes. it
Elaborate
is.
on your point, please. F you.
Nice.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
Don't get dejected, converter, okay? You're on the air. Hello.
Yeah, I'll be her lipstick lesbian.
You're on the air. Hello.
How's it going, T-Man?
You're on the air. Hello.
Yeah, you guys really need to tell her she needs to go to Spokane.
You're on the air. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
You're on the air. Hello.
Hello.
You're on the air. Hello.
Hey, I want to hear what
They can't fool me, Terry. I know the sound of a lipstick lesbian. You're on the air. Hello.
Terry's vagina stinky.
You're on the air. Hello.
Yo, what's up? Why you keep on hanging up on everybody?
You're on the air. Hello.
Where are all the white women at?
You're on the air. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
I've been trying to get through.
Are you a lipstick lesbian?
Of course.
Yeah! We never give up, Terry.
No, we don't.
All of a sudden, the converter's like, she's totally not my type. Does it sound good so far?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, what's your name, prospective lipstick lesbian?
I don't want to say.
All right, well, you don't have to say. Give us a fake name.
Bonnie.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice out of nowhere.
Bonnie lies over the ocean.
Yeah.
Would you two like to come down to the program and see if we make a match? Bonnie? Bonnie!
I think Bonnie's there, but I think Converter's like somewhere.
All right, we'll figure this out. Hooking up lipstick lesbians, Terry, let me tell you. Makes me want to punch a wall.
The T-Man.